Hey folks, I'm Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and tonight we're just going to be hanging out and discussing whatever y'all want to discuss. Um, Today I have tried to give my hands a little bit of a rest from the crocheting, and I haven't done actually any crafts. I've done no diamond painting, no nothing really. But I did do one itty bitty little project. It was very short, very sweet. I'm not even finished with it yet, to be honest with you. Um, I was kind of in need of something. I bought some of those pins like this that have the little balls on top, so that when I do my put the ears on this pig, the needles or pins don't get lost in the thing. They don't just stick straight down and get lost. So I bought these that have the little knobbies on them. Hey, Bridget. And so I didn't have a place to put them. So I made myself a little pin cushion out of this mason jar. It's not really a mason jar. What is a jelly jar? But it's a canning jar. And so all I have to do is put this little row of lace around it and it'll be finished. That's the only thing I did all day today because I'm trying to rest my hands. They are really, really been sore from all the crocheting that I've been doing the last couple of weeks. So tonight, I'm not going to crochet. I'm just going to sit here. And we're going to chat and we'll talk about whatever you want to. So what do you think of that? It was hot today. Were y'all hot? I went out in my garden and I grabbed a couple of tomatoes out of there. I got some eggplants. I got a cucumber because my cucumbers are just about done. I mean, they're looking really bad. Okay, Bridget. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Thank you all for coming in. New Horizons, hi, how are you? Anyhow, I got just a few things out of the garden. And I went out there and I went to pulling out really bad looking bush beans because my bush beans, they produced a whole lot and now they're done because the heat is just about to kill them. And of course, they're turning yellow and brown and all that, right? So I start pulling them out. Y'all are not going to believe this. I found a cucumber that was apparently it grew on the ground underneath all that foliage all summer long. It was this long and this big around, and it looked like a boat. And at first, I thought it was one of my candy roaster squashes. But then I looked and realized that the candy roaster squash had been eaten by the vine boring bugs a long time ago. So, I surmised that it was a cucumber because that was the next biggest thing in that bed. So, hey, Jen, how you doing, neighbor? So I pulled that off, and I think that might be why my cucumbers are suffering out there because I let that one go just for too long. It was hiding, and what could I do? But I do have a few left out there on the vine. I don't see a lot of flowers though, so we'll see what happens with them. I went out there, I did that, got distracted by pulling out the beans and the finding that big cucumber, right? So I said, the heck with this, I'm going in the house because I was starting to just, it was hot. It was hot. Y'all, if you don't live in the South, and I know Jen does, and I know Jackie does, but not quite far south as I do, this humidity here in Mississippi will make you feel like you're breathing through a wet washcloth all the time. And it was starting to get oppressive. So I just turned on the water to water the garden and came in the house. I said, the heck with this. So there we are. But Poppy did go buy me a new glue gun today because in the process of making this little project for myself, I realized that my glue gun went missing in action. How does that happen? I do not know. I just don't know. In fact, all 3 of my glue guns were missing in action. Now, I don't know if I went on this cleaning frenzy. I call it a frenzy. A few months back, and I was purging. The cats have it. That would not surprise me. My little felon is on the rampage tonight too. She's in the living room just running in circles. But we did fix the cat tree that she knocked over last night. We fixed that. And Poppy did some maneuvering this afternoon and kind of got it more stable on the ceiling. Because it goes from the floor to the ceiling, and it's got this pad at the top, like a square. And I think he drilled into the ceiling to anchor it. But hey, Shannon, how's it going? Yeah, Ivy stole it. But anyhow, all 3 of these glue guns are missing. And I really believe I might have thrown them out when I was purging and not realized it, or not, thrown the wrong box out. Because there's a couple of other things around here that are missing that, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the chat and talk at the same time. I'm not real good at that. I can't remember who it was earlier. I asked her if she had a thief cat like you, because she had stuff go missing as well. Oh, y'all are just saying hi. Great. Hey, Jane Doe. I'm so glad to see you tonight. So Poppy went and bought me a new one. And look, this thing almost looks industrial strength. I'm so proud of it. And it's a high temp glue gun. And I'm real glad about that, because I don't like low temperature glue guns. The glue doesn't have as much staying power, I don't think. So I got this, and now I'm armed and dangerous, y'all. I'm armed and dangerous. I'm going to be a crafting fool. Now, Bridget was in here whenever I showed off my project. It's not quite finished yet. I still have to finish sewing this lace on. I thought about gluing it, but I didn't want to make a gloopy mess. But I made myself a pin cushion out of a jelly jar. Oops. And I just crocheted it and stuffed it like I would an amigurumi. And I made a little ball on top. But, once I did it, the wheels went to turning. And I'm like, well, goodness gracious. I could pretty much make anything and stick on the top of this lid and call it a pin cushion, right? I mean, a cactus plant. A monstera, which I have a very, very strong fondness for. You could put a little stuffed animal up there, like a jellyfish. No, not really a jellyfish. I don't know. Shoot, you could put a bear up there, as long as he was small, A mushroom. What else? What else you think? Okay. So anyhow, I didn't have any place to put my pins. I didn't have any pin cushions. And I wanted to be able to use these to finish off the piglet, the pig in the dress, stripper pig. And so, yeah, I figured, well, why not? And now I've got a place to stick my doll needles too. So I'm in good shape. I can just keep it right here on the table in front of me, and it'll be accessible at all times. Bridget says, I have a granny doll. Oh my goodness. She holds loads of stuff for me. You should put that on your page. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Y'all are saying, huh? Hey, God's Desire. How are you doing tonight? Y'all, I got a baby watermelon on my Mini Love watermelons. He's only about this big, but he doesn't have a flower at the end. So I know he's been pollinated. So we're going to see what happens. I'm so excited about that. I can't stand it. I've never been successful at growing watermelons ever. And a lot of it is because, um, hey, Bonnie, how are you doing? A lot of it is because um, I didn't have a lot of sun in my yard. But about 2 years ago, we got new neighbors next door, and they cut down this enormous oak tree that was hanging over both of our houses. It happened to be on their side of the fence, the majority of it. So they cut it down when they moved in, and I was like, "Whoa, this gives me loads of sun in my backyard now. That's great." But it almost gave me too much because now I have a lot of sun, and that sun is brutal, very brutal. She's on there, but way back in time. I'll try to remember to show you sometime. Yeah, if you can. You know what, Bridget? Let me make you. I'm gonna give you a wrench. And if you, well, I thought I was. Oh, I got to go to YouTube and do it. Shoot. Um, I'll give you a wrench, and if you find the link, just post, drop it down below, and I'll be able to click on it. Let me see. Am I live? I guess I am live. Let's see here. Okay, I might get a little bit of echo, but I'm gonna end it real quick. There. Oh. So what did y'all do today on your weekend off? Of course, I call myself semi-retired. The only job I have now is raising children. Of course, that's been my only job for probably 20 years. So I've been semi-retired for 20 years. Okay. Oh, goodness. Well, I sent Grumpus a link, and oh, I forgot somebody too. Shoot. My good old friend Tom. Look here, y'all. If you're not connected with Tom Garvey, the keto cook, if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's a great channel to watch because Tom Garvey, the keto cook, has been a cook all of his life. He was a chef. He owned a restaurant in New Jersey, and he can really make some wonderful meals that are simple, fast, and very, very healthy. Uh, he happens to have type 2 diabetes, and I'm not saying anything out of turn. He says it all the time on his channel. So, if you are in that situation and need to control the sugars, he's a great one to watch. Um, I'm going to go ahead. Right, let me see. Where are you, Tom? There, paste. Let's see. Let me send him a little message. And send. I'm getting a little better at this multitasking thing. Um, let's see. I went to Walmart. They have a yarn on clearance, but I only wanted the super saver jumbo speckle in like isn't the speckle? I love the speckles. I think they are so pretty, Bonnie. Um, 482 yards each. That's wonderful. How many did you get? Just one? I'm fretting about tidying things up for the week. I'll hunker down and start knitting once I'm done. Awesome. You know what? I'm getting a really good vacation this week. I'm not going anywhere. But all the rest of these dinglings that live here are gonna be in and out all week long, and hardly anybody's gonna be here during the day and half the night, and I'm gonna get a bunch of work done this week. I mean, serious work. I'm going to declutter the mess out of this place. The only thing that's gonna stop me is the garbage can fills up and the back of the truck fills up. That's it. If those 2 things fill up, I'll have to stop. But I'm very much looking forward to that shoot, and it'll be nice when you can sit and start. Yes, it will. Um, you do too? Good, 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 good. 3 for 6.50 each. Oh, that's great. I wonder if it's on clearance on the website so I can just order it, like, put it in with my grocery order tomorrow. Y'all know I'm on a yarn ban. I can't do it. I can't do it. If I would ever use up some of this, stash that I've got, especially the stash I have here in the house, then I would buy some more. But, yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon because, I like the speckled you know which one I really like is the gold colored one. It's kind of a deep yellow with some real brown. I wanna say mustard colored speckles in it, and I think there's a little bit of white in it too. Thanks, thanks. God's desire, let me look. Oh, Lord. I might be biting off more than I can chew. Whatever they had, I just fell in love with the blue. Yeah, the blue is beautiful. It's got pink speckles and white. Yeah. You're a blue girl? I've never been much of a blue girl, but there are certain shades of blue that I just love. But it's not my automatic go-to whenever I'm buying yarn. Um, honestly, oh yeah, let me just hang on one second. I'm trying to multitask and that could hinder our oh, look at that, God's desire. Beautiful harvest. Look at all of those different tomatoes. My goodness. Is that one of those Uluru uh ochre tomatoes? That kind of orangey one with dark shoulders? It looks like the one that Mona had. That's why I'm saying it. I don't know if it is or not. Blue is the best. I love them all. I don't like greenish blue. Oh, okay. See, now I'm more of a green girl, and I love greenish blues. Um, definitely. No, I just got the seed. You know what? I've got them in my Baker Creek basket, and as soon as I get paid, I'm going to order them because I might even start some for the fall. I don't know. I think they're about a 70-day tomato, and if they are, I can start them for fall. Guys, hang on one second. I'm all about in your face sassy pinks. I love pinks. I love bright colors. I love a lot of color. A lot of color. Um, the more color there is, the better I like it. But I do buy a lot of green and I buy a lot of purples and not just any purple. I don't like crayon purple, but I love these purples. And I love an eggplant purple. What? Excuse me, just to unmute myself, and I've gotta say something real quick to Poppy. Sorry about that, guys. I had a cat out there. I don't know which one it was because there's 5 of them. Um, coughing and hacking. I didn't know what was wrong, and I couldn't get up and check, so I asked Poppy to go check. He runs out there, grabs the cat, takes it back to the bedroom. He was coming to tell me. It was Birdie, and she had a hairball. So there we go. Um, Bridget, I think blue and pink go good to yes, definitely. I always incorporate pink into my crafts when I make something blue. Yes. Uh, have you tasted it yet, God's Desire? It's on a separate post all by itself. Hang on, hang on. I don't have any yet, and I don't know what's going on with my plants. They're flowering, but they're either not getting pollinated or they're something's going on with them. Oh, I see it. Is it the green one? No, it might be. Okay, it is. Okay, good. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Mike, welcome in. It's good to see you. How's your garden going? Mona, check your email. Oh, by the way, hello, Mona. It's very nice to see you. So, between all the deer, all the rain, and crazy hot days, but your plants don't know how to act. Mine either. Some are doing good. My eggplant is gangbusters. The I got some what do you call those things? Come on, guys, the flowers, the blue ones. Butterfly flowers. They're everywhere and they look beautiful. And that's the one thing in my garden. I can go out there every morning and I just smile because it makes me so happy. Um, it's okay, Bridget. I translated your autocorrect, didn't I? Oh no. There we go. Good, lots of storm. You know what? We're supposed to have rain all week next week, and I cannot be more happy about it, except for the fact that, when it rains a lot, tomatoes like to split if they're splitters. And melon type fruits like to split if they're splitters. I'm going to leave you running, but I can't keep my eyes open. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. Thank you so much, Jackie. And I will see you hopefully Monday night. Okay. I wonder if making a banana water would help yours. My friend used to swear by it. I'm guessing because of the potassium, probably. Yeah. Yeah. But banana water is a dangerous thing. You've got to actually breathe that in when you lift the lid off of it. It stinks so bad, so bad. And I'm not sure I can bring myself to do it. I'll tell you why, because years ago I tried to make shrimp water. Last time I'll ever do that. What I did was I had shrimp for dinner and I had a bunch of shells and heads. And I threw them in a bucket and poured water in it and just, let it do its thing. And I thought I was going to use it on my garden. Oh my God. Y'all, I thought the smell was going to kill me. Yeah, it might. I guarantee you it'll help the plants. I guarantee you. Because Miss Linda over there at the New Orleans gardener, she uses banana water all the time. She calls it super juice, and she adds 911 to it. That fertilizer, Alaska fish fertilizer. She puts banana peels in it. She puts all kinds of stuff in there, and her garden's beautiful. Her garden looks a lot better right now than mine does. I promise you that. Mine's just dry and That's kind of done. Kind of done. I've got to pull out my that's it, 511. Thank you, God's desire. You knew what I meant though, right? 511. Um, oh heck no, rotten shrimp. Nope, not for me. Oh, you can't touch it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. She pours that in with her banana water. Um, she's got a beautiful garden. You know, you see it all the time. If you watch her channel, you see it amazes me because hers stays beautiful all year long. Of course, she tends to her garden a lot more than I do. I don't tend to my garden. You know, I mean, not like she does. I don't fuss over my garden. I let the weeds grow. I try to plant thick so that, the weeds stay down. And that's working for me. But Bonnie said my client got something and said to boil banana peels and put that on your plant. She put that on her rubber tree plant. I had to help her save that plant. We had all the mold. Plantain. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's right. That's right. I'm home. Be right. Okay. Thanks. I'll save a spot for you. And this yellow crap out of it now is doing it. Oh, good, good. Tom Carvey, the keto cook. Oh, y'all, I'm not paying attention and I've got my volume off. Y'all, whoops. I'm not sure how that worked like that. Oh, well. Please help me welcome to stage my good friend Mona and also.
Oh, she waiting for you. Look, I thought she was gonna wait until Grumpus came before she let me up. No, I've been up here forever and a day.
I didn't hear the ding because I had it muted because I had two things going at once.
I was late coming up because I had to do my hair.
You did.
Oh, do your hair?
You did a fine job, Tom. You
Okay.
did a fine job.
Real good job.
Mona, I'm sorry I left you in the basement.
You all right? You all right?
Well, you look pretty this evening.
You was over there talking about that fish emoji.
Look, yeah, I was.
But you know, Charlotte, you eat crabs and stuff and crawfish, and you can take that and put it in your garden. You could take that and put it in some water and let it sit for a couple of days and use that.
A couple of days?
Yeah, just a couple, not a whole week. Or I said a couple of days. So it don't smell. Because if you let it go a long time, then it's going to get that smell.
I know. I did it once with shrimp shells and heads. And I let it sit and sit and sit. I was letting that stuff brew. I took that lid off and almost passed out.
I know you did.
Almost passed.
You know what else works really good?
Loved it.
What'd you say, Tom?
You know what else really works really well?
What?
I've been making cheese lately, okay? Out of whole milk. And once I get, I put the lemon in it, or if I'm using vinegar, then I get the whey left over.
Right. Okay.
Marie's been taking the whey and pouring it into the plants.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious. The basil took off like crazy.
Oh, be darned.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, Bonnie baby.
Let's see, where am I?
Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Shannon.
Mike's saying hi, Grumpus, and hi, Tom. And Grumpus ain't quite here yet, but he did. He said in chat he was coming. He'll be here in a bit. And
hey, everybody.
See, Monty's saying hey to Mona, and rotten seafood. No way. And even a couple of days we'll be back.
Hey, Bridget.
We used to take the shells
for free. I know. Look, if I had a pig, he'd be fertilizing for free too.
Yeah.
See, now I've
used coffee grounds.
If you had a pig, what?
If I had a pig, it'd be fertilizer for me too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, my chickens are good fertilizer. You know, I used to have rabbits. I still have just a little bit of that refuse left.
You got desire. How you doing? We used to take the shells and the fish heads after we go fishing, and we'd take them and bury them in the garden.
In the garden, yes.
Yep.
Well, see,
Yes.
that's a great idea, but my problem is I have neighborhood cats that'll go in my garden and dig up them fish heads.
Okay, that's when you put something over it. Don't have me go get my stuff.
Oh, wait.
But you put like a fork or something around it, so
Yes. Put those forks up the stem in the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good fertilizer. Thank you, Jane Doe, for dropping the links.
Thank you, Jane.
These are all of
Thanks, Jane.
Tom the Keto Tom Gard with the Keto Cooks links. He's got a few channels.
Oh, Bridget, that's definitely good. Okay, I never heard of pig fertilizers. So is they stuff hot, or can you put it right in like a rabbit? How does that go with the
I believe
pig?
it's hot, but I'm not sure.
But pigs stink.
I
Hey,
know.
Sonia,
I know.
they stink.
Hey, Sonia.
When we lived in North Carolina, across the street from us, okay,
Yeah.
was probably 40 or 50 acres, and they had chickens, they had turkeys, big turkey houses, big chicken houses, and then the pigs. Okay, when they would clean out the pig, the pig areas, and put it into the lagoon. Well, I tell you what.
Oh, I bet that was horrific.
Oh,
Look, Mike's got a good idea. Put 5-gallon bucket with holes in the garden, buried to the lid.
I thought about doing that, Mike.
That's
Has
really
been on my list to do.
That is a really good idea. He doesn't stink. My house pig didn't stink at all. What?
Oh.
Well, yeah. You know what, Bridget? I get that because there was no mud pit for him to stink up. You know what I mean? My dad has a pig outside in a pen, and it smells horrific.
Well, when I was in the service, we had to go by this pig farm to get to where we was going, and oh Lord.
I got a pig in the freezer. He don't stink at all.
I know he don't. Say he getting ready to stink in a minute. Gonna be stinking up some of that goodness in a minute.
Did I tell you I finally got my ham?
No, you didn't.
Oh my gosh, it was so good too. And there was nothing special about it, okay?
Past tense.
It was just, well, I got part of it in the freezer. Poppy went to the store and found one on sale. It was $21. I think it was 12 pounds.
Oh, okay.
And I told him, I said, look, see if there's a butcher there that can cut it in half for you. Well, he brought that thing home, cut in half. I just immediately took one half of it and started slicing.
I know you did.
Slicing and dicing. I put 2 bags of slices away in the freezer and 2 bags of chunked up meat for my beans.
Mm-hmm.
I stuck a little bit of the bone in this one and a little bit of the bone in that one. And I've already had beans once. I'm going to have it twice. And then I took the other half of the ham and I just baked it on low for a couple hours till it warmed up. Good Lord, y'all. I was in absolute heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute. Made some fried cabbage with it, butter and onions. And
that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
What is it, Tom?
I just did last week. I did a whole ham. Okay. Took it off the bone.
Yeah.
Put it on my slicer and slice it up. So Marie says, I'll get the vacuum seal bags out. You can vacuum seal them. I said, mm-mm. She says, why not? I said, because it ain't going to last. It ain't going to last.
Didn't last long. Well, what's in the freezer is lasting, but I ate so much of that ham, y'all. I got ham up to my eyeballs.
So did you make you a ham sandwich with mustard?
I don't like mustard, but I did it with mayonnaise and romaine lettuce and a tomato.
Oh, that sounds even better. I like it all the ways. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a fan of mustard. I never have been. The
Me
only
either.
way I like this is crazy. The only way I like mustard is on a Crystal burger.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way I will eat mustard.
Okay.
I love stuffed cabbage rolls with they're so good.
Yes.
Those are so good.
Yeah. Didn't you make some of that last week or week
I
before
did. I made
last?
cabbage rolls when my
You
in-laws.
had to make it twice.
Oh, yes. Don't remind me. I will
Don't
never.
remind me.
I will never do that again.
You know what? I might need to make some. I can make some of that. Well,
Good. And you know what? Just go ahead and
What?
freeze it. You know what you don't eat into single serving portions.
yeah.
Because you know you can make 100. Well, not 100, but no, Violet. Hang on, guys. Yes, dear. You're on. You're. Wait a minute. Nope. Yes, dear. Are you there? Okay.
Mona, what you making?
Huh?
What you making?
I'm kitting up, getting ready to make some earrings.
But thank you for
Okay.
calling me and let me know you're there. Okay. I'll talk to you
Yesterday
about it.
I did the
Love
face posters.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
That was Violet calling to tell me that she's house sitting, so she's not coming home tonight. And she had to drive all the way from where I live 2 towns over that way. And I wanted her to let me know that she got
Let you know she made it home. Yeah, I
Good.
knew where she was going. Yes.
That's what you asked for, right?
Yeah. She's good about doing that usually.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Heck, even us grown folks need to do that.
I
Call
know.
somebody.
I know. Good night, dear. I love a good hot ham grill. Oh, that sounds good too. I didn't even think about doing that.
Yeah.
I can do that tomorrow.
That show sounds good. But
It
I
sure
just
does.
ate, so I shouldn't be eating nothing. I got some watermelon I'm gonna munch on in a little bit. But I just had some rice. Well, I did a thing. You know, I ain't gonna say I don't know how to cook. Lies I tell. But
Hey, wait a
I
minute.
did a 2-ingredient biscuit for the first time.
Good for you. Hang on 1 second, y'all. Help me welcome my good friend Grumpus to the stage. He's freezing to death in the basement.
I tell you what,
How y'all doing?
it was so
All
cold
right,
down
she
there,
kept you
Grumpus,
down
my
there
hair
for a
fell off.
long time.
I've been down here since we buried a 5-gallon bucket.
See? See?
Something's wrong with my bill.
No, you ain't paying attention because you depending on that bell don't always ring.
Your ding-a-ling is broke.
It's me.
Uh-oh.
And that's oh, you don't feed him meat. Okay. Her pig don't eat meat. I mean, he
Oh,
probably
I
would
got-
if you fed it to him,
Ooh,
but that might
this
be a
is
different.
crazy conversation, and it's not what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So anyhow, you can't cook according to yourself. Charlotte picked my first coaster. Which one, Jen?
Mona, Charlotte picked my first coaster I will be doing.
Thank you,
She
Jen.
picked 5 and 6.
Oh, good. I love those. Those are so nice.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched that little short that
Her
you had
short
put up
video.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, Jane has Grumpus on Fire's channel. That's this gentleman that just came up. He is a
Number
barbecue
2.
channel, has the most amazing pit barbecue you ever seen in your life. Go check him out. He makes a heck of a mango salsa too.
I was going to tell you about my my fertilizer story.
Tell us.
This was me. Oh gosh, I hadn't been in the house a couple of years, and I heard that somebody said you could put grass clippings and vegetation and stuff in a black garbage bag, tie it off, lay it in the sun, and let it decompose. And the longer you leave it, the better it'll be. So I had me a couple bags out there full of grass clippings laid out in the sun for 3 weeks.
Did you put some holes in it?
You made slime.
No, when I finally put a hole in it, it smelled like smelled like a stable in the Amazon. It was I stunk the whole neighborhood up.
Oh my gosh.
You were supposed to put holes in it.
I must have missed that part.
Yeah.
You did, because that's what I was waiting for. Okay, he didn't say you put holes in it.
Oh gosh, it was the biggest poopy mess you'd ever.
Oh, I bet it was. How'd you
threw
get
that away, right?
I want to know.
Yeah, I left it out there for a couple of days, hoping it rained and diluted a little bit so I could clean it up.
That's funny.
It just kind of oozed out of the bag.
Jen,
Oh God!
Grumpus. Jen's following everybody tonight. This is our new friend hanging out with Jen. And I met her on the crochet channel, and she does all kinds of crafts. And she's hanging out with us tonight too. So thank you.
Super.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
She's trying to get her subscribers and all of her stuff, you know.
Who was it again? Hanging out with Jen?
Hanging out with Jen.
Hanging out with Jen.
Let me go check her out.
So
Mona, did you see my pretty that I made myself?
No,
You did?
no.
It's a pin cushion.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
And the pins are in the jar.
Yeah,
And of course, I got some here. I'm
yeah.
so myself, y'all. I made it up myself.
is Jackie here tonight?
She was.
How's she doing on her hours?
She got monetized. What day before yesterday?
That's
I'm so
great.
for her. Anyhow, all I have left to do is sew the rest of this lace around, and it'll be done. I'm so tickled with it, though. I feel like I'm a genius now.
Hey, Jen, I'm number 36 on your list, your subscribers list.
Awesome.
Yay! She's got a ways to go, but it won't be long. It won't be long.
Not
She's a
at
very
all.
good networker.
Cool.
I know,
check
because
it out.
every time you turn around, she dropping a video. I looked up and seen that coaster, and I was like, "Wait a minute, did somebody redo my?" Look, I'm thinking it was because I just dropped a video, right?
Right.
And it's the same lady, and I'm like, "Oh, that's Jen."
That's
Okay.
So, Grumpus, what'd you have for dinner tonight? And I'm going to go get some tea while you tell me.
I had a ribeye steak and some pork ribs.
Ooh,
Carnivore, huh?
Yeah,
That sounds delicious, and you know
it was.
I'm
yeah,
jealous.
that does sound
No way
good.
around it.
You
I
can't
had
make
some
that taste bad.
cube steaks with some rice and some biscuits, homemade biscuits on top of it.
Let's see
Oh,
here.
that's right. You did say you had a craving for some cube steak.
Steaks.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was delicious.
God, I bet it was. Did you make
It
great?
was. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting better at my old age.
Shannon, you can top the pincushion jar with crocheted flowers. Yes, a turtle shell, red and white mushroom, and other cute round things. I know. It's the possibilities are endless. So I
Yeah.
thought I'd make a few of them. I'd like to send one to Jackie or anybody
Awesome.
that needs some
You can
pins.
actually put some ice in it and some scotch and use it as a glass.
Okay.
I could put a straw right through the middle.
Yeah, there you go. It'll be a little hard for the bartender to grab your glass with the pin sticking out of it. So.
Yeah. My
Yes,
videos are getting pretty good views with only a little bit of subscribers. Good. Keep going, girl. Keep going. Look, the subscribers are going to come.
Eat pickle pick. No,
Got another one
I
on that.
don't. No way.
Keep posted. Oh, I love me some ribs, she said.
Mhm.
Gotta ask, does anyone eat pickled pig? No,
Yes,
I don't.
yes, I love them.
And it's not because I don't want to. It's because I've never had them, and I've just never had the
Girl.
Very tart and vinegary, but I love them.
Yep.
really.
Pickled ham hocks is even better. It's got a little more meat on them.
Mm. I might do the ham hock. That's more meat.
Yeah.
I ain't doing all that fat and grease and no, not me.
Tom, I like this. Tom, it's been, oh gosh, maybe 20 years ago. I did some beans in the crock pot,
Yeah.
and I usually use the smoked ham hock.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I had some in the freezer. I had everything going, but I didn't have any of that.
Uh-oh.
So I thought, well, shoot, I'll throw a pickled pig's foot in there.
Oh my
The
goodness.
beans would not cook.
No,
The
no.
beans stayed crunchy for like 3 days in a crock pot.
Because of
Oh,
the vinegar.
wow.
Because the vinegar.
All the vinegar
My God,
leached out. Them beans would not cook.
that's
Rumpus, do you
insane.
remember back years ago they used to sell smoked pork tenderloin in the store?
I do not remember that.
Yeah, I think my mom used to buy that.
Exactly. Okay. You don't see it anymore for some odd reason. But usually on a Sunday, my
Yeah.
mom would always make, my house was full, packed all the time. And it was always a big roast or something. I mean, it was always leg of lamb, roast beef, roast pork, whatever, mashed, the whole gauntlet. Okay. So one day she's pulling out, she had, I think, a roast beef ready. And some relatives that she just did not like come pulling into the driveway.
Oh no.
She told me, she said, go out to the outside refrigerator and get me that smoked pork tenderloin. And I went in, I got it, and she went that. I said, you're not making a roast beef? I'm not feeding them that good beef. They're going to eat that smoked tenderloin.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was tough. Yeah, it made me laugh. I'm just thinking about it when he was talking about the beans and stuff. I haven't seen a smoked tenderloin in I don't know how long.
So basically, your suggestion would have been to me last week, go ahead and serve those cabbage rolls to the in-laws the first.
There you go.
Lord
Take
have
care,
mercy.
take care of that weekend and all the rest of them.
I know, right? They'd never come back for dinner again.
And the reason why she didn't like these people was because they would come in and they ate like they were an octopus. Okay. I mean,
Oh,
locust.
no.
Like
Yeah.
locusts flying in.
yeah, but they would bring an Enderman's coffee cake
Uh-huh.
that they probably had sitting on their table since the Sunday before.
Oh no.
You could hammer nails with it. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
She's calling them cheap bastards.
Have you seen the comedian that talks about the Entenmann's coffee cake?
No.
That the kids couldn't eat it. It was for company.
Yeah, exactly.
He is so funny. And he talks about how kids were not allowed to answer the door,
Yep.
and
That's the Italian guy, I think.
yeah.
You better not answer that door.
Look, I don't allow my kids to answer the door either, and they're half grown.
Yeah, well, he was talking about where you actually welcomed somebody knocking on your
That's
door.
right. Well, that's true, but
Yeah.
the dad went to the door to answer it.
Yeah, exactly. Now they say now you hide, you swing
There's
around, you look at the
I
door
don't
ring
do
and all
that.
that stuff.
I got
And
that
you
ring
remember, too, when
camera.
people used to drop by for a visit.
You better not come
They
to my
don't
house.
just drop by for visits anymore.
No.
No, you're right. They don't.
They make an appointment. I know at my house,
Doggone right.
I don't like somebody just coming by my house.
Right.
That's why we had smoked tenderloin.
That's some throwdown meat.
Yeah.
And you like loaded mashed Brussels sprout bites.
Ooh.
I don't know what that is, Jen, but
I don't either.
that sounds kind of good.
Yeah,
They
pretty
have
cool.
bacon and cheese in it.
Ah,
Smoked tenderloin.
There you go.
I'm so glad I ate already. Y'all talking about all this food.
I know, right? I had spaghetti and I didn't like it, so I didn't eat the rest of it. I had about 4 bites.
Oh,
I don't know why. I don't like spaghetti. I never have. I never tried to. And the only reason I cooked it is because it was quick and I didn't have to bother much. You know what I mean?
right.
And I did put onions and peppers, and I cut up one of my fresh tomatoes and threw it in there and all, but I just don't like spaghetti.
I
So
mean, we had
Go ahead.
sausage. We had sausage I made yesterday. Actually, the day before I made it, and then just patties. I don't make links anymore. Too much work.
Yeah,
uh,
it was a lot.
just for the two of us, and most of the time I cook it loose anyway. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't make the recipe I have that I've been using for years. I put a little, pepper flake in it, and stuff,
Right.
just to get a little bit of heat. But I forgot, and I had picked up the wrong bottle up in there, and I put cayenne pepper in it, and that sort of lit the fuse. But it wasn't too bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had the smoked paprika next to it, and then the cayenne pepper, and I seen the red, and I just grabbed it, and teaspoon out, put it down. I went, ah. So I was good with it, but I didn't want to say nothing to Marie.
What you mean you didn't want to say nothing to her? You didn't warn her?
No, hell no. Anyway,
Light her.
it was good. It was pretty good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it worked out. It's 107 here right now, or it was earlier.
Oh my gosh, Tom, that's crazy.
It's going to get hotter.
You cook them, mash each one up, and top with cheese and cooked bacon. Cook a little till the cheese is melted. Good grief, that sounds kind of good, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Do the edges get a little bit crispy? It's just Brussels sprouts. You can eat that, Tom.
Oh no, I know. But it goes good with an Entenmann's.
Oh, I bet it does.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Did I lose my mic?
No,
Yeah, there.
No, you good?
Okay. Well, I've lost it on my end. I don't know what I touched.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, I just wanted, can we all just compliment Charlotte on her background? Look at this.
Yeah, I like that
You're
background.
getting all fancy and shit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Looks really good.
How's the mosquitoes?
It's terrible. They're in my ears. Oh, she said,
Made me
yes,
stop cutting my grass.
oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to try that, Jen.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It does sound good. Now, I don't like my Brussels sprouts to be too mushy. And
That's why I'm gonna stir fry mine tomorrow.
I like to put mine in the oven and roast.
Oven
Mm-hmm.
with some balsamic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's it.
So what I do is I cut them in half, okay, and then I'll take some garlic, Parmesan cheese, but I grate the garlic really, really fine. That Parmesan cheese, and then drop a little balsamic in there. But I take them in the bowl and I rub them into the bowl so they get in between the leaves.
Okay.
Okay, and then put them onto the roasting pan or on the grill. It actually works out better on the grill.
Delicious.
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, and she likes a good cabbage steak topped with bacon. Have you ever done that, Tom?
No.
That's delicious.
Yeah. No,
I've never tried that.
Yeah.
You take a cabbage and slice it, kind of thick, and you season it however you want to. And now I don't top mine with bacon. I usually top mine with Parmesan. And then I put it in the oven and roast it until it's tender, but still can hold together. That is so good. Very good.
Back in the day, probably a month before St. Patrick's Day, we used to do that. Cut the cabbage in half and then put the corned beef on top of it.
Ooh.
And a little Swiss cheese or whatever kind of cheese you want, and put that under the broiler. Yeah, that's really, really good. Actually, before I put it on there, I would use make Russian dressing and put that on the cabbage first, and then the mound it up with the corned beef, and then put whatever cheese. Most of the time, it was Swiss cheese.
Just raw cabbage?
Really
like
good.
a Reuben, yeah. It was raw, but then it would cook up to be just about tender enough to.
Heck yeah. All this talk of bacon has me craving bacon wraps. Grilled scallops. Oh, yum. My daughter makes the best scallops. She really, she does a good job on those.
I need a bank loan to buy scallops out here.
I know, right?
Well, you do here too.
For a pound, it's $65.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't had them in a while.
Yeah.
Drizzle the bacon fat from the bacon when I cook them. Okay. Y'all, I did something crazy this last time grocery shopping. Okay, so I needed olive oil, right?
Yeah.
I needed something to fry my, I make chicken legs like they're chicken wings,
Mhm.
and I fry them, and then I roll them around in that chicken wing sauce, and it's delicious, right? With some butter.
Oh.
Oh yeah, girl, always mix your chicken wing sauce with butter. It's delicious.
Yep.
Anyhow, I bought a 4-pound bucket of lard instead of that crappy oil that I've been frying stuff in forever. And it's real lard, from a pig.
Pork lard. Yep. Nothing better.
Pig. And I'm telling you what, everything, I don't fry a whole lot. I fry my chicken legs. I fry cube steak and like make country fried steak with it. I don't fry chicken.
Do you deep fry it? I mean, in a deep bucket or in a pan, shallow?
Deep.
Okay.
Well, it's a pan, but it's one of those deep cast iron skillets that's like about 4.5, between 3 and 4 inches deep. It's deep.
Yeah.
Don't tell Tiny, my pig, but we have pork in this house, especially bacon. Shh. Have y'all ever had Brussels sprout chips? No, I have not. Break them down, spread the leaves, tossed in avocado oil, then seasoning. Oh, whatever seasoning you want, and bake it. They're crispy and good. Oh, kind of like kale chips. Okay. I bet the Brussels sprouts ones would be better than the kale ones.
That's
So
probably
how
better
did-
for me with the potato chips.
Yeah.
So how did you like using the lard, Charlotte?
I loved it.
Isn't that what they used to use back in the day?
Yeah.
That's all they had.
Exactly right. That and bacon grease.
The flavor was so much better. So much.
You're gonna make me go buy some lard.
Go
See,
get some.
and see what happened was we were so regimented back in the late 60s, early 70s to get away from that kind of cooking. I mean, they had Crisco. Crisco is not good for you.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Hydrogenated.
But pure lard, okay, butter, okay, good olive oil, avocado oil. I mean, that's good. But they try to push all them seed oils and stuff on us.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And there again, just the propaganda, the way it was thrown out to you. No, it's good. You're going to die. You're going to drop dead of that. Can't have that.
Right.
If you use it in moderation, you don't fry all the time. So,
Right.
No,
Right.
I don't. Actually,
I
I
learned
don't.
how to make lard. It's not hard to do. No, that's not. Just rendering off all that fat and clearing it out with.
But I
You know,
like fried
Same
fish
thing with
on
beef tallow.
Friday.
I make my own beef tallow and use that.
Yeah, that is good, Shannon.
Yeah.
Nutritional yeast.
Yeah,
Is
that's okay.
that
So I'm
salt?
gonna go get some so I can have me some fish and shrimp. Friday.
Oh, girl, cook you some catfish in that
I
lard.
don't eat catfish.
Why not?
I don't like catfish.
Really?
Really. I guess maybe because people don't cook it right or something, but I don't like the texture.
That or they
Catfish.
don't clean it right.
Nutritional yeast has a good taste to it also.
Does it?
Yeah.
I have never tried that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, I used to use a spoonful at night and stuff like that. Also, I mean, if you don't have type 2 diabetes, okay, and you're still watching your weight and stuff, you can actually make popcorn, a little bit of popcorn, and take that nutritional yeast and throw that over top of it, and it's got a nice taste. It's got a nice flavor to it.
What are the benefits of nutritional yeast?
Well, it's for to use bread yeast and stuff like that. Okay, in the bread, you're not getting the full bang from the yeast. Okay, it's good. It's got a lot of nutrients in it, and also has the minerals and stuff. It's made. It's you can make yeast out of the air. Okay, but this stuff is like flaky. All right, nutritional yeast is.
Okay.
All right, and it's really good. So rather than people would rather take popcorn and stuff like that, or whatever you're putting on, and put cheese on it or whatever. This has it almost like a cheesy flavor to it. Okay, so yeah, it works out well.
That sounds good. I might have to go get me some of that. a lot of vegetarians use it like faux cheese flavor. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But you don't have to be a vegetarian to use it.
right.
Okay?
I was going to say, I don't suspect I'll ever become a vegetarian, but
No, I throw it in my salad once in a while. All different cooked vegetables. I put it on that too.
right. I was thinking about making myself a big old chef salad tomorrow with some of that leftover ham.
There you go.
Yeah, sounds good.
As long as you're eating clean, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? About all the other stuff. That's the whole idea is stay away from the junk food box and all that other crap.
Yeah.
And just eat clean, as clean as you possibly can.
I forgot to tell all my new crafting buddies that Saturday nights we can make everybody hungry here.
I ate an hour ago and I'm already hungry.
I know, right?
Look,
I'm still jealous about that ribeye.
How much that set you back?
Between the ribeye or the ribs, so I had them both.
What did set you back for the ribeye? Not to be nosy.
No, we just stopped at a chain.
Oh, okay.
I think it was for half a slab of ribs and a 12-ounce ribeye and 2 sides. I think it was 26
Okay,
bucks,
that's not
something like
bad.
that.
That's not bad.
But we hadn't eaten all day, so.
Right. Especially if somebody's waiting on you and bringing you drinks. And
Oh, yeah.
yes.
We was out running errands all day today and forgot to eat.
Oh.
I went to the food store the other day and getting ready to do some cooks and stuff, and looking at a whole chuck roll, and it was 101. I says, you know what? I'm gonna wait.
Jeez.
Okay. 2 years ago I paid $55
Yeah.
for the same.
Oh, yeah.
I went back today, and looked at it. I had a whole. Obviously, the one I was looking at wasn't there, but
Right.
I go back and look again. Grumpus, are you ready for this? A brisket, okay? Full brisket, okay? $126.
Oh,
No way. What it weigh?
my goodness.
You know what? I just seen the price and I just went, are they nuts?
He didn't even look at the weight. He said, that's too much stinking money.
Tri-tips, I would get this 5 in a pack, 5 in a Cryovac that I would buy the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I could get them $40, $50 all day long. Okay.
Yeah.
That was $110.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm talking to them. I know the meat manager by now. So I says to him, what's going on with this? He said, brother, I'm going to tell you something right here and now. He said, on your channel, you better start doing more chicken and pork because that's the only ones that are stabilized.
Been eating a lot of Yardbird around my house.
Yeah.
We've been eating a lot of chicken too, and a lot of pork. I like the pork tenderloins that you can get 2 in a pack.
Yep.
And I'll take them and cut them into medallions and make them kind of like miniature pork chops. And they're good.
Yeah. I take them and I hammer them out, cut them up the same way you do, hammer them out, and I'll make almost like chicken fried steak with them.
Oh yeah, that
Okay, I
sounds.
pound them out, make the country gravy and all that different stuff. But I don't use breadcrumbs. I'll use the pork rinds.
Yeah.
You got to try that. You got to break them up.
I've done it. Look, no. I've got a special coffee grinder just for pork rinds. And then I take a whole bag of them and I'll put the pork rinds in there a little bit at a time. It's kind of like a miniature food processor, maybe not a coffee, but it's like this big.
Yep.
Got the little blades.
And I just pick the button and I keep adding them until it's a whole bag only fills up half of a quart Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Because it condenses so much. But I'll fill up a whole mason jar like this full of them. And it'll last me a good long while.
Oh yeah, and they stay forever.
Yeah, they stay fresh.
Tomorrow you got to watch the Sunday Dinner Chef. I'm doing a thing about appetizers, and again I know my heart's good because when I look at all these prices, okay, I'm not falling over.
That's right. You walk out of that store just upright.
A can of imperial crab meat. Okay, all lump the whole bit.
$30.
30. I'd pay $30 for it. Okay. $60.
Oh no, that's insane.
So tomorrow, what I did was, well, I already made the video, but what's going to be is I made shrimp crab cakes.
Okay.
I added shrimp instead of the.
Right.
But I make them a lot different than everybody else does. But I'm like not accepting it, but I'm like mortified about how they're getting away with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even
They're getting away with it because people will pay it.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
That's right.
It's a shame too. It's a stinking shame.
Yeah. Well, I got 3 more videos to make on here on the Keto Cook. 3 more videos, and I'll hit 1,000 videos.
Dang,
Oh,
Tom.
are you kidding?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Hi, Michelle. Welcome in. Let's see. I'm getting back into low carb after going off course when my dad passed. But when I did it before, I lost 150 pounds.
You go, girl.
That's amazing, Jen. So I'm
You
hoping
go.
to lose that plus more. I have
Just-
lots to lose. Yeah.
The whole idea is don't think about it. Just think about you're eating clean food. That's all.
That's right.
People go nuts about it. I told you 100 times, you guys, that
Yeah.
one lady was following me pretty good and sending me emails, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. She was 3 days into it and says, "Hey Tom, have you ever made fat bombs?"
Oh,
No, stop.
just eat food.
Yeah, no, it's peanut butter and chocolate. Okay,
Mhm.
they make it like a Reese cup, and they're saying, well, it's good protein for you on a keto diet. No, it's not. That's just lighting the fuse on the cravings. So,
Good.
Rumpus, what's been cooking, brother?
Not a whole lot. We may be changing our diets around here a little bit. Vicky's scheduled for surgery next Thursday for have her gallbladder removed.
Oh no.
So I'm not sure what the dietary changes that's going to bring on. Maybe it'd be enough to kick me in the butt too to straighten up.
Yeah. She'll
I
have
sat there tonight and ate. I'm looking at that plate. I told her, I said, "There's nothing on this plate I should be eating."
Yeah.
you know what? I don't believe that, Grumpus. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but I think
Well, I ate it anyway.
yeah. I could be wrong, but
So normally, if you do some research into it and check out a couple of these different YouTube doctors and stuff like that,
mhm,
gallbladder problems are basically from high carb foods,
mhm,
high
mhm.
carbs and sugars.
Sugars, yeah.
So even if you don't have type 2 diabetes, you can have a little bit of potatoes. You can have, but now you got to cut back a little bit. Just gotta
Well,
cut back.
she's had stones for over 20 years,
Oh wow.
but it's
Wow.
finally come to the point where they're going to have to remove it.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you see what Jen said, Tom?
No.
She said, "Hey, now I have others I can talk to about keto and low carb who get it."
Come to the right place.
You sure have.
Anytime.
Um,
I gotta tell you something real quick. Went to the doctor. You guys know I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago,
mhm,
maybe close to a month ago,
mhm.
and I compromised with him to put me on because of triglycerides and stuff like that. And I get it. You can't be a hard nose with them all the time.
Right.
Okay, so they put me back on a 5 milligram stat. Okay. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but right there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's blood. My palm here, this and that. That's going away. My legs blew up. I look like a spinet piano, for crying out loud. How my legs blew up.
Good.
Aches and pains. I couldn't. A couple weeks ago, I couldn't come on with you.
Yep.
I threw them away.
Yeah.
Now this is the third. Now don't do this because I'm not a doctor or anything like that. This is just me talking about it. But I threw them away. Okay.
Mhm.
And 2 days ago, Marie says to me, "Where's your cane?" I said, "In the bedroom where it belongs, in the closet. I don't need it anymore." The inflammation just left.
I'll be.
But from that one pill, okay,
You had
But-
all of that.
it come on me like crazy. And
Wow.
and you know what, Charlotte? I need a machine to kick myself in the butt with. You know what I mean? I gotta get a shoe, on there to hit myself in the butt
Yeah.
because this is my third time I went through this.
I know. You have you told him that's what it does to you?
Yeah, I told him a couple times. Well, we'll lower the dose. Now I'm done with it. I'm completely done with it. So
There are other things that they can use
Mhm.
if you were willing to try them. It does the same thing to me, Tom. Those statins make me hurt everywhere. Just constant aching, constant ache.
and my whole problem is I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay.
Mhm.
I've been doing this going on 6 years with this right here.
Thank you,
But
Jim.
the whole idea is every time I'll cheat, okay? You were talking before, Grumpy said before, well, a couple potato chips here and there. That's kryptonite for me. Okay. A slice of bread is kryptonite. And I
Yes.
know better. And I do it to myself because you get that little guy on the shoulder.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Just this one time.
Just this
Yeah.
one time.
It's not
The
going to
first
kill you.
3.
It's not going to kill you, but I mean, geez.
Jen said her aunt started doing low carb when she saw that Jen was losing weight, and because she had diabetes, the aunt,
Mhm.
and 2 months into it, she was off meds. Isn't
There
that
you go.
amazing? Yeah.
And there again, I'm the keto cook. I can't get rid of it now because I'm established with the name, but it is low carb. That's basically all it is.
Yeah.
Watch what you're eating. Eat whole foods, nothing from a box, nothing from a can, and eat as fresh as you can.
Mhm.
Okay. Eat fattier cuts of meat. And there you go,
Mhm.
plain and simple.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
And
that's
I like, I enjoy eating that way. Now, do I like to have a pan of brownies now and then? Yes, I do.
Mhm. See, but you can
But
you can
But that's
afford to
the
do
thing.
that.
I don't have a brownie. I have a pan of them.
What did I just say?
It's a sin. It really is a sin. The sugar. How you get hooked on sugar?
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
my neighbor here, and this guy walks around with these energy drinks. Okay,
Oh, those are bad.
and I'm saying he says to me one day, he said, "Well, this stuff really hits the spot when it's 106." Oh, okay, good. I
Water.
said, how's your blood sugar doing? I just got done with the insulin. I'm good. Just got done with it.
Oh my God.
And I just walk away. I just, okay, whatever.
I tried one of those one time. It was way too sweet for me.
Yeah, I don't care for
Like
them.
liquid sugar.
Well,
Yeah.
and they're pushing these things on these young people. And they have all these cans that have all these pretty colors and all these wild names and stuff. And that attracts those kids. And my daughter has walked in this house with energy drinks in her hand, and I take it right out of her hand.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, this is going to hurt you. I said, it increases your heart rate. It's full of sugar. Oh, but Mom, it's sugar free. That's even worse.
Yeah.
I'm a product of it.
Really?
I had a heart attack from drinking all those Red Bulls.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Yeah, it was Red Bulls, Mountain Dew, and Starbucks double shooters.
my gosh.
You know what I just seen tonight? I'm going to try to make probably tomorrow. This lady took heavy whipping cream, okay,
Mhm.
put it into like one of them little blenders, little handheld blenders or whatever.
Right.
Put it in there, and she took coffee and put coffee into it, and she wrapped that thing up until it came almost to whipped cream.
Oh.
Took it out, scraped it out, packed it into a glass, put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then the next day she took regular cocoa
Okay.
and patted over top of it, and she ate that like it was her.
It was almost
lunch.
like a mousse.
That sounds good.
With the coffee. I'm saying, whoa, don't worry. So here we go.
Wow.
So
Sparkling water flavored with fruity balsamic vinegars.
I'm trying to imagine that. 'Cause
That's
I like that raspberry balsamic.
yeah.
yeah.
Now, Shannon, take your balsamic, okay, put it into a little small saucepan and reduce it till it gets really thick, and then put that into there. And
It's so much. Yeah, it's really sweet when you do it that way.
yeah, I mean, it'll really, really, really work it up.
It's called a shrub.
There you go.
Okay. Y'all, Shannon is in Korea.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
She's working over there. I'm not going to assume her citizenship at this point in time because it doesn't really matter to me.
No, she doesn't even have an accent.
I know, right? I can understand every word she says. But she is really full of a lot of interesting information.
Mm-hmm.
Very smart lady. Very smart lady.
That sounds really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stuff like that. You don't need that Red Bull stuff, you know.
No, she's a U.S. citizen, Army Aviation. That's right. I remember that now. Thank you for reminding me, Shannon.
Nice.
Army Aviation.
Yeah,
Oh
check
my
that.
gosh, y'all, stop the presses. I just found out that my son, my oldest son that just had a baby in December,
Mhm.
signed up for the Air Force.
Oh,
Really?
Jesus.
I cried for 2 days.
I know you did.
Probably the best thing for him.
Well, we're gonna pray that nothing goes down and it'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I do too, but there's some lifetime perks that he'll have the rest
Yeah,
of his
it
life.
is.
True story.
We talked about that the other day.
We did.
Yep.
True story. And I think I've got Poppy talked into going back and having that looked at too.
Hey, yes, I can.
Hey, Simon, how's it going?
What's up, Simon?
Thank
Simon, how you doing?
tonight.
Hey, Shannon, I'm number 8 on your subscriber list.
Yay. I won't lie. I can never live in Korea, Japan, all those places. I love ramen too much.
I just got invited to do a cook with a couple different other chefs on Asian food.
No kidding.
Yeah, but not the same. You know, off track a little bit. They're going to send me a menu. They're going to want me to do so. That should be pretty interesting.
It will be interesting. Do you have a lot of experience with cooking Asian food?
I took a couple classes, and I also had a guy work for me that was from Hong Kong,
Okay.
and he taught me a lot. He taught me an awful lot.
Yeah.
In fact, just at the end of my time at our family business, we started doing a lot more Asian dishes. You know, infusing it and stuff like that. So,
Asian fusion food.
mm,
I'll tell you what, I love watching a YouTuber channel called Aaron and Claire. Aaron, Aaron, Aaron and Claire.
mhm.
They live in South Korea, and they do a cooking show, and it's nothing but Korean food. And I did not know this, but apparently a lot of their quick and easy foods are super quick and easy.
Mhm.
And they look absolutely delicious. I just don't know how I would get around eating rice all the time.
For me, that's a problem because of the sugar.
Right.
But there again, it's just like us. If that's all you're going to eat, okay, so you get your sugar and stuff like that from that, and that would be it. But 9 times out of 10, Asian people do have a lot of sweet foods.
Yes, they do, but they also have a longer lifespan than we do. They're healthier for the most part than we are. They but they also eat a lot of vegetables where we in the US do not.
Yeah. Well,
I
to me,
I do. I eat a lot of vegetables, but the average U.S. citizen does not eat a lot of vegetables.
Right.
Um,
Meat, rice, and potatoes
and potato, yeah,
Yeah.
and bread.
and bread.
I got hooked on bok choy and stuff like that. It's so versatile. You can eat it raw, cooked,
How do you
whatever.
fix bok choy?
Well, what I do is I stir fry it. Okay,
Uh-huh.
garlic, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
But it's
I
good
love stir fry.
roasted too, or on the grill. Oof.
Oh yeah, I mean, but you can also you can take it and cut it up into the salad. It's got a nice crunch to it.
Yeah.
It's almost comparable to. Well, I don't know if it's in the same family or not. To celery.
Okay. See, now
Okay.
flavor of bok choy better than the flavor of celery.
Yeah.
So you can put it in soups too.
Oh
Everything.
yeah.
You can put
Everything,
celery in
yeah.
soup.
Mhm.
That's one of my biggest shorts when I first started. It's got 163,000 views of me eating soup with homemade noodles that I made from that Egg Life wrap stuff
Yes, yes.
and bok choy.
No kidding.
It's crazy. It's nuts. But yeah, all that different. I'm glad I got the Asian market here
I
because
love tortillas.
I am
Oh yeah.
I am wide open to all different kinds of foods, something other than the norm that we do. Yeah.
Yes. Bridget says bok choy is really good in stews and also in roast.
Mhm.
Okay.
Jen loves bok choy. That's one of my favorite. I love it. It's right up there next to mustard greens for me.
Okay. So I can do it like I do mustard greens.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
But I
You can
messed around and ate some mustard greens raw.
Oh,
If I tell you that burnt my mouth up, baby. I did not know.
oh.
So now we get the bigger. Right now. I've been buying a lot of the baby bok choy. It's much easier to handle and stuff like that. But you can get the bigger bok choy, cut it up, and use it with rainbow chard.
Oh yeah.
All that fry that stuff up with garlic, some red onions. I mean, good God Almighty.
Oh, see, you getting ready to make me go back to eating the way I was.
That's not a bad thing, is it?
No, all my numbers was turning out to be pretty good because I was eating a lot of stuff I didn't know what it was, and I wanted to try it because I'm that type that I'd rather try it and say I tried it and don't like it instead of saying I don't like it and ain't never tried it.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I did that, my numbers, everything came back good. All my numbers, because I went 30 days without meat.
Yes, you did. What was that? January?
I do it every January.
I thought so.
It's not something that's new. It's something I've been doing for years. And I lose 10 pounds every time.
No kidding.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if I could do that.
I don't know if I could do it either.
Yep,
That would
10
be
pounds. I lose that 10 pounds and do everything I can to hold it. Instead of
Mona
letting it go
does
up, I try and hold it.
Don't you?
Huh?
Remember that last January you were doing it and you said you couldn't wait till it was over with because you wanted this and that and the others.
I wanted everything and never fails. When I do that for 30 days, I want everything. I see everything that I want. And then when the time comes, I don't want it.
Okay.
So
Thank you, Jane Doe, for dropping Bridget's link.
And see, I take that next month and I don't just start eating meat right away. I bring it in slowly. 1 week I have chicken. Next week, first week could be seafood. Second week is chicken. The third week is pork. And next week is beef.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cut of meat? Well, type of meat, I should say, Mona.
I don't know because I like meat.
No, you know what? You know what, Mona? That's the perfect answer right there.
Yeah.
That's the perfect answer. Yeah.
I don't have a preference. If it's cooked right and it's seasoned and it's got a good flavor,
then I'll eat it. Yeah.
It freezes right over there. I might be absent for a couple minutes.
yeah.
I love all kinds of foods. But I'll tell you this. They closed up my favorite Mexican restaurant a few
Mm-mm.
weeks ago. ICE went in there and raided them and got rid of half of them.
Oh.
my goodness.
I'm so mad. I want
Bad
them
for
to bring
business.
them back ASAP.
Yeah. And see there again, I mean, with the different types of
Not hurting nobody.
yeah, exactly.
But
But
did they round up the owner or just a bunch of workers?
I don't know.
All the above.
They're keeping it under wraps. Nobody
Out-
knows.
out here, there's a place called Container City.
Ooh.
Okay. And what they do is they take all these different beer containers and they put them together and put them up on stilts, whatever. Okay. And they make restaurants out of them. They make
Hey,
shops out of them, out of all these containers. All well decorated, pretty well painted up nice and everything.
Uh-huh.
So all of a sudden they said on the news the other night that 4 or 5 places, a couple Asian places and a couple Mexican restaurants and stuff closed up immediately because ICE was in the area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I guess the owner of this Container City or whatever it is turned around and says, now what am I supposed to do for rent here?
Right.
Yeah, they took 3 or 4 places out of it. It's crazy, but
Everybody's saying hey to Matt. Matt, it's good to see you. How are you and Miss Jazz? Yeah, I'm really upset about it. I want my dang restaurant back.
I know that's right.
I don't care if they're legal or not. I want my restaurant.
yeah.
So, and if that means that we're not going to have avocados, that's going to tick me off too. Okay.
Wait, it's only going to get worse because now with the meat prices and stuff like that.
Right.
It's gonna get worse.
The vegetables go up because nobody wants to pick them.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Right.
it made
Right.
sense. Nobody thinks about it. Number one, nobody thinks about it when the West Coast here gets hit with a bad rainstorm. Okay, Mexico gets the same weather.
Yes, that's true.
Where I live, it's not that far, so
Yeah.
they get wiped out with their vegetables and stuff.
Right.
Coming across and everything.
Well, and they're importing vegetables from that area and also all the way down into Chile and
Mhm.
Argentina and Brazil and all of those countries in South America too.
Yep.
So, and that's how come we can get out of season foods
Right.
anytime we want them.
Yeah.
The only problem is, usually they're affected by being picked too soon.
Yeah. And people would say to me, "You use a lot of frozen shrimp. You can't buy shrimp unless it's frozen."
Where else how else you going to get
Okay.
it in Las
Well,
Vegas?
Ain't
lot
a
of
lot
that
of
stuff
shrimp
is-
boats in Nevada.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. But in the same point though,
Eggplant, bitter
I don't like Chilean shrimp. Well, let me tell you something. It ain't too. There's no regions in the Gulf.
right.
You, you stay over there because you're Chilean. And
Matt's
crazy.
talking about those long beans like what I sent you, Grumpus.
Yeah.
I bet
Think
they
I
are good
Think
pickled,
I can get a fall crop out of those? Or did they have to go all summer?
but one way to find out. They do
Oh,
like
you got time, Grumpus.
I
time.
thought I waited too long to plant them.
No.
Whatever it is, they better look.
No, you got time.
I might plant some tomorrow then.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Put them on that trellis. I'm gonna get some more tea, y'all.
Yep. I'm over here dropping all kinds of cucumbers.
Are
What did I
you?
drop? Some cucumbers, some zucchini, some
Well,
kale,
I know you dropped some tomatoes.
and no, I didn't drop the tomatoes outside. This is stuff I dropped outside while it was raining yesterday.
Sometimes it's best time to plant. We're having issues here with our patio plants because they're baking out there. That's how hot it is.
Mm.
Yeah, we getting some good weather here. compared to what we've been getting.
That is
You know,
true.
everybody's
last couple of weeks,
complaining
we've
and
had
stuff.
some rain.
I'm not. It's just the fact my grass, I cut the grass the other day. It's taking me a long time to cut my backyard.
Yeah.
I looked out there and it looked like I didn't do nothing the other day. Nothing. That grass is just as tall as it was when I cut it. I'm like, wait a minute. So I asked my neighbor if he can cut my grass, my backyard tomorrow. So we're going to see how that works. I was able to cut the front yard, and one of my neighbors came over and she wanted to look at my wrist. Oh, it looks swollen. Girl, if you don't go and mind your business, then you don't need to be out here. Look, your husband didn't cut my grass. I asked him to cut it. I told him I'd pay him. All he had to do was cut my front yard. That's all I asked. And he cut his and didn't cut mine. So I went out there and started cutting mine.
I would have shot him.
No.
That bastard.
He was busy. He had somewhere to go. And, you know, he young. He worked hard. That man worked hard. So, you know, but still, he could have cut my front yard. I ain't asked him to cut the backyard, but my other neighbor, I asked him how much he'd charge me to cut my backyard for me. He told me nothing. He'd come on in the morning and do it.
Cool. That's
That's
what neighbors
what I
are for. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to see. We got a bunch here in our building. There's 12 units in the building. And we're down in the back, you know, away from everybody else. But everybody that lives here always looks out for one another. You know what I mean?
That's a good thing.
Yeah, and it actually is. So I'm going to do is probably in 2 weeks. I think I'm going to have just one, two, three, just 3 ladies that live right by me. I'm having them over for dinner. Me and Marie.
Awesome.
Gonna make them nice dinner and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's what I do Friday is cook them some fish and shrimp. I cooked them some a while ago, and man, look at here. That man said, "Oh, we can have fish fries." Oh, we can have fish fries on Friday, dude. I ain't gonna be cooking every Friday. You out of your mind. Oh, he got
You can't cook, you got a yard to mow.
Huh?
Telling you can't cook, you got a yard to mow.
Yeah,
That's all right. Look, now he cut my grass. I'll fry up some fish and shrimp. Sure will.
I said to the one lady, I said, "Do you like wine or something like that?" She's, "No, I just bring my gummies."
Oh.
Whatever. I can't be high as a Georgia pine, but I don't give a damn.
Okay.
At least I know you're gonna eat. Get the monkeys.
Okay. She gonna be calm. She ain't gonna be extra.
Yeah.
He all chill, laid back.
Yeah. I won't have to break out the smoked tenderloin.
Hey, look, you might have to because she might get the munchies, baby. Want to eat up everything.
Let's see. Jen wants to know if anybody likes kimchi.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever had kimchi.
Kimchi
You know
is
what?
very good for you.
If I could get some that wasn't so spicy, I would really like it. But every time I've ever eaten it, it was just too spicy for me.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've probably watched a dozen videos on YouTube, people making it,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never tried it.
That is so good for you. I mean, just tonight again, I had some, I've been doing this thing for Out of Air for the vacuum seal bags. So I took, and I've been doing it on a podcast. And what I did was I took a couple red onions and I vacuum sealed them. And I made the video probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. Plus I did romaine lettuce. I buy a romaine lettuce bulk. Okay. And there's 6 into the pack and I got them for like $3.99.
Oh, wow.
So what I did was I took them and I took two in each vacuum seal bag and I vacuum sealed them. And we opened up one tonight and they're fresh as hell. Really good. So, but tonight, the whole idea was tonight I made red onions with the vinegar, and let it sit overnight. I love the hell out of that. That's why kimchi is good.
Jen says I might like white kimchi. I'm not sure what that is. Is that kimchi for white folks?
Girl, no. You know how they have red.
I know what you're talking about. I was teasing.
One's got
Extra.
the paprika and the cayenne pepper in it,
Mhm.
and the white one is just what do you call with the
Mild,
vinegar and stuff. Yeah, it's just
Mild.
made
kind of like sauerkraut.
yeah. Almost got a better taste than sauerkraut.
Look, I love sauerkraut. So if it's similar to
With
that,
some Polish sausage.
Yeah, my grandma used to make sauerkraut.
oh, I love it.
She'd
In
have
fact,
that old crock
Mhm.
sitting out on the porch.
mhm,
You open that lid, look in there, and it's kind of bubbling a little bit,
Yep.
stinking to high heaven.
Yeah,
um,
that's nothing better though for you. I mean, all that stuff's great for your microbiome, for your gut,
yeah.
and everything in it. All that fermented food is fantastic.
Oh, I
Hey,
love
Manuela.
Yeah, she's in tonight. Actually, I think it's morning for her. Manuela is in the Netherlands, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Lady Crochet.
You know what? My first little boyfriend in the whole world was a guy from the Netherlands, and he was his father was some guy in the Dutch Navy, and they were in Florida for whatever reason for 4 or 5 years.
Hmm.
And yeah, he was a nice guy.
Hey, Grumpus. I think me and you got to get a needle in the.
Yeah.
Crochet is in here.
I want to learn how to knit and crochet. Oh, speaking of knitting, y'all, I found my knitting needles that I bought years ago. I was at this yarn store and I picked up a set of knitting needles. I've never knitted. My granny taught me how when I was about 9 years old. I know how to cast on and cast off and do a garter stitch and I can knit.
I should have that garter.
But yeah. Good.
Knit 1, purl 6, or whatever the hell it is.
But I found them, and y'all, I didn't realize what I had bought, but these are some pretty high dollar knitting needles.
Wow.
They're attached with a cord, and they're square.
Some head cheese.
Oh, now you know what? My husband likes head cheese.
I don't think I've ever had that either. I just didn't like the sound of
Head
it.
cheese or hog head cheese? Which
I
one?
think it's the same thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
say nothing.
Thing. Poppy used to work with a bunch of Cajuns down the street in Slidell, and they brought some hog's head cheese in there, and he was looking at it like, I don't know if I want any of that or not. Guy says, "Here, try it. You'll like it." And he sliced him off some, and they were eating it with crackers or something.
Yep.
And he said, Charlotte, that stuff was good. Now, then again, y'all, I'm going to put a disclaimer in there. Poppy also will eat potted meat. So.
And what's wrong with potted meat?
I do not like it. Reminds me of cat food.
It's the pot.
No.
I'm not so sure it's meat.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll eat Vienna sausages.
What's wrong with Vienna sausages?
Girl, those are nasty.
They're okay, depending on how many scotches you have.
I don't like them. Hey, Sugna, how are you doing today?
I like mine with cheese. I like mine and noodles. Chop it up with some onions and garlic and.
When my parents moved from New York to New Jersey, it was out in the middle of nowhere. My dad built his own house, our own house.
Mm-hmm.
He started in 1947,
mm-hmm.
and he finished it in 1951, I think. They were all by himself. So when they finally did move down, I was born in 54. I was the only one born in New Jersey.
Right.
But my uncle, his brother, and my aunt would come down to visit. And when they come down, they would have a whole bunch of provisions because right around the corner from where they lived was a delicatessen.
Ooh.
And it was a German delicatessen. So my uncle would go there and put up a whole bunch of stuff and bring it down. Well,
Mhm.
my uncle now is my godfather, so that was that was my father's brother. Come here, Tom. Come here, sit over. Here's a little guy. Come over here, sit here. And he opened up this bag, and it was Limburger cheese.
Okay.
Oh yes, I like that.
That'd make you tear up.
Yeah. Well.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well.
He said, "Have some." And my house was on your plate. You had to eat. Okay.
Right.
All I remember was I'm tasting it and I'm crying like hell. It stunk so bad.
You can't taste it for the tears.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible. I said, I'll never forget that one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay,
you have some Limburger.
she likes Vienna sausage with hot sauce and potted meat with Cajun seasoning. Low carb toaster cracker. There ain't no low carb toaster crackers. What are you talking about, Jen?
That's right.
Charlotte, what's the brand of knitting needles?
Oh, it's called let me think.
Limburger Limburger needles.
No, it starts with a K. I got them right here. I'll show them to you. If I can. Oh, wrong side.
Yeah. Whew.
Look, y'all, I look organized, don't I?
I just seen a fish jump behind you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was he big?
It looked like a trout.
They're
They're not very long.
college, Kollage. Good Lord, could they make that any smaller? Good grief. Let's see. I'm gonna do my look, y'all. This is a trick you can use. You turn on your camera and then zoom.
Zoom it. Yeah.
Yeah. Kollage.
To do that all the time.
Oh, and need 3 phones to zoom off the other one.
Well, sometimes I'll take a picture and then blow it up big too. Phones are so wonderful, aren't they? I'm afraid they're a little too small. They're only 5.5 millimeters, but I think I'm going to try to knit something. Maybe just a square.
Okay.
I would use them for a little ramen or something.
A little ramen.
Them last squares turned into 90 something.
Yeah.
I could use it for chopsticks.
There you go. So
But they're metal, and they're real pretty, and they look so sleek and nice. So I have a decoration.
nice.
It's called it. Let me spell it for here. I'll put it in the chat. College. It's Kollage.
So the other day, Marie was in the bedroom. She's moving stuff around the whole bit,
Mhm.
and she on the bottom of the end table, she says, "Oh, look at this!" Right, pulls it out. So it was a book with pennies that she put into this book. Okay, actually, it was my ledger for my business.
She
So
put what in it?
Pennies.
Pennies.
Yeah.
Oh.
1928.
Ooh.
I mean, a lot of them. So I got 2 of them right here that I have to get checked out. One is a 1960D. It was double dyed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a whole shitload of them she had. She has them separated. And I don't ever remember her doing that. So I've been looking up pennies and stuff. So the other night, you guys would have loved it. You would have laughed your asses off. I had my glasses on. I had another pair of glasses on. I got a pair of magnifying glasses with lights on it.
Oh
I had
my
them on.
goodness.
And I had my trying to look for this damn stuff. And usually, I remember when I was a kid, I used to take an eraser and erase off for the date, and that
Yeah.
kills the value on them. So she
Yeah.
says, from what I remember, a couple of them might be worth some money. So
Well, they're all going to be worth some money here for too long.
yeah,
or zero.
So what I did was I went on Google and looked them up, these different things.
Yeah.
So one guy said it could be worth a penny or $300,000.
Oh my goodness.
I said, don't do this to me.
No.
Please don't do this to me. So that's what I've been doing the past couple of days looking at. But here's the thing now. You got to be careful about who you take it to.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Marie don't understand my logic because back in the day, I used to do
Right.
stuff. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
But I don't care what it is. Okay, because if it's a penny, it's a penny. And then guess what? All right, never mind. I'll keep it. But if he says it's $5, I'm taking the $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with nobody. Okay, no problem. So that's what I've been doing. I mean, we laughing like hell because I got 900 glasses on. Still
That's
can't
funny.
see. I said, unbelievable. We might be sitting on a lot of money, she said. I said, you know who you're married to, right?
Well, I've got an old glass 5-gallon water bottle that's about 2/3 full of coins. Most of them's pennies.
Oh wow.
I can't even move the jar. I gotta roll it on a rug and then drag the rug across the floor.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I've had that for years. Vicky's dying to get in there and so I said every one of those pennies is worth a little more than a penny.
Yeah.
That's why they're not going to make them no more.
My dad had a real big, I think it was Martini and Rossi bottle.
Okay.
That used to be my drink.
And he had that filled up to the top with Indian head pennies.
Oh wow.
Wow.
He gave that to my nephew. Okay, my nephew was into the coins and stuff like that, and I think he got rid of a lot of them. He's dead now, my poor nephew, but he took them pennies and actually remodeled his house with it.
Oh.
Mm.
The pennies. My dad took $60 of silver quarter. I'm sorry, $50.
Yeah.
Okay. $60 worth of silver quarters and bought himself a truck.
Mm.
No kidding.
And that's when silver prices were sky high. I have a money clip that my dad had. It's an 1883 silver dollar that he made all silver, made it into a for money, a money holder.
Yeah.
Okay, I have that. So yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. But I'm gonna tell you, you can drive yourself insane looking at because you're chasing down rabbit holes.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did that before.
Yeah.
Went through all my pennies looking to see if any of it was worth. Well, nothing was worth nothing.
Yeah. Poppy collects a lot of coins too. I don't know what he's got back there, but he does.
Yeah.
He does.
I said to Marie, why didn't you bring this out earlier? This and that. Oh, I never thought of it. I forgot about it, that we had it. So if anything, what we'll do is we'll take them if they're not worth anything like that, but they will be worth something. I'll give them to my grandson.
Yeah.
The young guy, let him deal with it.
Yeah.
So,
God's Desire says she has a bunch of wheat pennies
they're
from
worth a
back
lot of
in
money.
the day. Those are
Yeah,
old.
you might want to check those.
They're
Yeah.
worth a lot of money.
Jen, I can have 6. Do you want to come up, dear? I'll send you an invite if you'll give me your email address. Or are you on Instagram? Oh Lord, how do I do this? Who are you on Instagram? Because I know you just changed your name.
Yeah, when I worked downtown, the building I was in was right next to the bank,
Yeah.
and the girls would save me all the half dollars and silver dollars they got for the week.
Yeah. My mom saved. Kennedy had half dollars, 50-cent
Yeah.
pieces,
Yeah.
and and all the grandchildren on their birthdays or whatever, when they would come over, and my daughter would say to me, "Hey, Dad, yeah, can we go see Nana?" Sure.
Yeah.
Why? What do you want to go see? I need a big nickel. She said,
Big nickel.
A big nickel.
"I need a big nickel." That's funny.
So she want them big ones.
I wanted to start doing something for my grandsons who don't live close to me. You know, like maybe send them something, a little something every month so that they know who I am. Because we FaceTime a lot, you know, but I just want them to, they just think I'm that lady on the phone, you know, and I want them to be able to associate me with something fun and different, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not quite sure what I want to do.
I tell you what, it's really
All them
hard.
stuffed animals you be making?
Well, I was thinking about that. You know, making a few stuffies for them and send those. And I don't know what else.
Hey, Charlotte, have you ever thought about doing? I mean, you're very handy with it. You know, with what you make.
Mhm.
Very clever. Looks really, really cool and stuff like that. You ever thought about doing giveaways with
I
your stuff?
have.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got something in the works.
That would be.
That
That would be.
I've been perusing an idea.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm not sure which way it's going to go yet.
I've been thinking about. I got like pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I'm going to take his head off and put my head on his body.
That's perfect.
Oh God.
Nobody will know it's fake.
No, hell no.
No, of course not. If I felt that I would, I'm sure y'all don't want to hear a bunch of coughing and sneezing. I'm
That's
sorry.
why we have mute.
Yeah, that's why we got a mute button. And I can control everybody.
Okay.
So Grumpus, today, I was planning on today or tonight having a couple cocktails. Okay, I haven't been drinking in a long time or whatever. Last weekend we went out, we had a good time, and so I told Maria, I said, "Well, maybe I'll make a little nice little cocktail or something like that."
Right.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Boy, I know I'm freaking old right now. I'm drinking water.
Oh,
I got a soda.
I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe I'll make a nice, like a martini or something.
Nice old fashioned.
Yeah, something. That's good.
it's
It'll
good.
taste good. And I said to Maria, "You want to make a drink?" She said, "No, I don't think so." I said, "No, make me a nice tea, please." So you hit the mark. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's pretty cool.
I haven't had anything to drink ever since Fireball days.
Man, I miss them days.
I know.
I got to tell you something. We used to laugh like hell here. Okay, when we were older, nobody knew what the hell they were doing on YouTube or anything like that. And we used to
I still don't.
laugh our asses off.
I know.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jen's working on a back cleaner, a back scrubber. Awesome. Are you using scrubby yarn or is it just cotton or something else? I'm curious.
Put batteries on it, and I'll buy
You
one.
eating a pickle popsicle.
A pickle pop. Oh, dear God. You know what? Y'all have seen those pop-up snow cone places that are in these little trailers
Yep,
with the
yep.
shaved ice and all that?
I got one right down the street
corner.
from my house.
We have one down on the beach. And my daughter, this place carries dill pickle juice, and they'll put dill pickle juice in the shaved ice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My daughter goes crazy over those things.
They're delicious. I mean,
Mm-mm.
so there again, there was a big push, maybe a year or two ago, about people. You can buy this Element. It's called. It was a company that was putting out these electrolytes. Okay, and these drinks that you mix it into your drink, shake it up, and you drink it. Okay, and this one company that was keto friendly, carnivore friendly, and they really pushed it. They had a lot of people in the keto world. They were sending them out samples to sell, do reviews on them, the whole bit. And they were keto friendly and carnivore friendly. Well, come to find out, they were loaded with sugar, and the company didn't disclose that. So they got in a bit of trouble over that.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's still a couple people who swear by this stuff and everything, and that's fine. I don't care about that stuff. But I said, I tell you what, you want a good electrolyte? Open that jar of pickles you got in the refrigerator, add a couple teaspoons into your water, and drink that down. There's nothing wrong with it, and that's even better. Me personally, I like apple cider vinegar, a little bit of water. Okay, I'll slug that down all day long. Yeah, I tell you what, though, you get used to it, Charlotte.
Do you?
Oh hell yeah, yeah. I ain't had heartburn since.
You know, my dad said something about apple cider vinegar just the other day, and I can't remember what it was he was saying it was good for, but apparently it's good for a lot of things.
Probably
Weight
clean up
loss?
the pennies too.
Yeah,
Pennies?
I never thought of that. But maybe I got to swallow them first. Because when I was a kid, I think I swallowed like maybe 15 cents of pennies, 15 pennies, and a marble. And they put me on a like liquid diet type of thing.
Yeah.
My dad says that's the only knucklehead I know in town that can poop out change.
Pickle juice stops leg cramps too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I might need to get me some pickle juice.
That and magnesium.
What is LMNT?
That's the thing I was just talking about. They make this powder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm telling them it's processed. I don't eat processed food. I said, so all that stuff is processed. Just get yourself some pickle.
Oh, Matt liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if it's loaded with sugar, anybody would like it. Now, I do get during band season, we buy that liquid IV for Murphy to drink to kind of prehydrate before band camp. And he's supposed to. Oh gosh, band camp's coming soon, y'all, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Why not?
Well, just because I hate the fact that they're out there in that heat, and it worries me. And
you make sure he drink plenty of water and get some good carbs. You know he'll be all right.
It's hot. It's hot, but kids have been doing that for 100 years.
I know it just worries me. Well, it triggers his migraines too. The bright sunlight, and yeah, I just worry about him. Of course, I'm a mom.
He's the baby of the family. So.
He's my baby.
Yeah.
And
yeah, this the last one, huh?
No, one more after this. He's got 2 years left.
No, I'm talking about kids.
About the last baby.
Oh yeah, this is my last baby.
You just had me crazy there for a minute.
Yes, last baby.
That's why you're just knitting away there.
I thought you meant band season.
I got to make me a little knitting suit here for my new baby.
She's nesting.
He likes turtlenecks. I'm gonna make him a nice turtleneck. This little guy.
So done with that. I told my kids the other day, we were all sitting here and talking about stuff with family and all, and I looked at both of them. I said, "Look here. If y'all end up having youngins, you better ask your sisters to raise them because I ain't doing it."
Uh-oh.
That served your time.
That's right.
That's what you say.
I know. If something were to happen to me, I'd probably be there.
Yeah,
you already know. You're gonna be the first one.
No, I won't be the first. My grandpa would have a shot of really good olive oil every morning. For what?
Oh, olive oil is good for you.
Yeah, it is.
Hell yeah.
Even my doctor said drink a shot of olive oil. She's selling my OBGYN sells.
Are you kidding?
Pure olive oil.
Yep.
Well, now
a shot a day.
I don't know if I could do that.
antioxidants in it. I mean,
if you put it in like one of them gel caps, I could probably do it.
that was one of the things that we had an argument, me and the doctor, was about my triglycerides and stuff like that. And we're
Mhm.
talking about AFib. Okay. You
Mhm.
have AFib. Yeah, I know I have AFib, from back in Florida. Okay?
Yeah.
But prior to that, I didn't have it.
Mhm.
So I said, how do you wind up getting AFib? Well, it comes with age and stuff like that. I said, you're full of poo-poo. You're full of that brown sticky stuff. Because guess what? Back then, they put me on this stuff called Visipa. Visipa was fish oil. It was really high grade fish oil.
Mhm.
And guess what? The number one thing that when you look at the side effects, may cause atrial fibrillation.
Why
Yeah,
would you?
Mm.
That don't make no sense.
yeah, fish oil. That's exactly what happened from it. Anyway,
Okay. Okay.
just to have just regular olive oil. Start up with the olive oil.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was doing. But then they take the olive oil, they start to hear about that, and then they take the olive oil, and you need to get a bank loan to get good olive oil.
No kidding. I just paid $12 for, I believe, 11 ounces of olive oil.
Yep.
But I'm not going to do without it. I'm not going to buy that cheap stuff. That canola and
Oh, you don't want that
the
stuff.
vegetable oil, and I'm not buying it. I'll eat avocado
What's
oil.
wrong with granola?
It's man-made. It's no good. It's got a lot of bad byproducts in it.
I don't want it. I don't like olive oil that's blended with any other kind of oil either. I won't.
So here's what I do. I go to a couple different stores for this stuff, but I go to Trader Joe's and I get my olive oil, actually import it from Italy. Okay. So I get regular olive oil, that I cook with.
Mhm.
And then I keep virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and I use for my vegetables and everything else.
Right.
Okay? But then what I do is I buy, which is starting to get out of hand, or it's been out of hand for a while. I'll also get avocado oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reason why is because they both have a high flash point.
Yes.
And smoke point. So when I deep fry anything, or when I'm gonna in a cast iron like you do, I will blend together this regular olive oil and also the avocado oil.
Oh.
I'll put that together and I'll use that. So when you get done with something, if I do it real fast, I save it. And I usually get 2, maybe 3 cooks out of it, as long as I don't use fish.
Right.
Then you get the fish taste in there. But that's what I use from there. But everything else is the extra virgin I use for other stuff. People make the mistake because extra virgin olive oil don't have that flash point like regular olive oil does.
Right.
So especially when you cook, because I have a ritual, like my Trinity is butter, olive oil, and then Tommy spice, my Tommy spice that I put in there.
Yeah.
So I put all 3 blends together and I put it in the pan, and then I'll do my cooking.
Well, the olive oil keeps the butter from burning up.
Yeah, exactly. Butter flavors the olive oil.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. I got my cooking olive oil and then my other olive oil.
Yeah. If I go to fry something like you're talking about, Tom, I won't use olive oil to do that. I use my lard.
Yeah. Well,
if I'm deep frying stuff.
Yeah. And I don't do a lot of it. I do a lot of sauteing, so I don't use a lot of it.
And see, I do too for the most part. But every now and then you got to have some deep fried something.
So you just hit the click, hit the switch in my brain now. Okay. And I had it in my hand a couple weeks ago with the lard. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will get that and use that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah, go ahead, because
it
was a little pricey, honestly. Let me look and see what the price of it is now.
Was it at the store or did you buy it online?
No, it was at the store, right at Walmart. Hang on. I'm going to look right now.
Now, see, back in the day in the restaurant, I used to do a lot of, with the different fryers. I had one set of fryers just for, for the seafood, and the other one just for everything else, for the appetizers, French fries, and stuff like that.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I paid $9.47 for. Let me go look again. Oh goodness! Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry. Yeah, 4 pounds
No, that's cheap.
for $9.47.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Like that.
That's a good brand too.
Armor.
Yep, that's a good brand.
Manteca. And on the other side it says lard.
Yeah. Now I'll either go to
That's what they have at my store.
now
Do
I'll
you-
either go to the
I'm gonna go get some.
the
Which
Mexican
store is that,
store.
Mona?
Or I go to Joe B's.
Oh, up off 1960.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they got it.
Oh, Armor has a recipe for traditional tamales on the side of the thing, and world's finest pie crust recipe.
Yeah,
Look at there.
yeah, because I use that right there with the masa to make the
Oh, okay.
I think
empanadas.
Armor's up out of Wisconsin, up in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. And it says refrigeration not required.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm just used to putting everything in the refrigerator. I don't know. Does it go rancid?
You can. That's why here with the heat. I mean, we keep the house 70-something degrees and everything like that.
Right.
But I just don't like that stuff. I put it
I'd
away.
still put it in the refrigerator.
I put it away and stuff like that.
No, but bone chickle. Well.
I was just gonna say, what are we tipping? Late night tonight. Here we are.
Yeah, don't cook with really good olive oil. You know.
It must be getting windy out. I've got my American flag and my doorbell camera. And when that thing flies out sideways, it picks
Oh,
the
that
camera
makes
picks it up.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Why wouldn't you cook with really good olive oil?
For me, it's just the expense.
Yeah. For me too. Well, that and
I save my good stuff for like bruschetta,
mm-hmm.
salad dressings,
Mm-hmm.
you know, anything I'm drizzling.
Right.
Well, that's what I would use. I'm saying, you know, coming from the business, we would use extra virgin for all that stuff.
Yeah.
But either a high quality olive oil and stuff, I would use that to cook with, because the better the olive oil is, the better results you're going to get.
Agreed. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I love homemade fresh butter too.
That gonna make me end up cooking good, huh?
I'm going to be
My aunt and uncle used to have a dairy farm. This is back when I was probably, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. And they would come over. They were in Richmond, Indiana. So they would come over and they would bring the big metal milk cans
Oh yeah.
with fresh milk and for us. And I remember one time Dad skimmed the cream off the top and put it in an old mayonnaise jar and had us kids shake it to make butter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure he had an ulterior motive, but us kids passed that jar around all stinking day, shaking and shaking and shaking.
Oh my goodness.
And there wasn't a stick of butter ever showed up.
Shannon, I've never had any deer tallow or bear grease. But I imagine that would make really great soap. And I'm half tempted. My brother hunts for deer, and I'm half tempted to have him save some fat for me if there's not a lot of fat on a deer, but I'm sure there's some.
So what do you use to get the bear soap off of you?
The saponification process.
Oh, okay.
When you add it to the lye or the potash or whatever, there's a chemical reaction that happens that makes it not greasy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's what makes soap. It's a chemical reaction. Let's see. Okay. My eyes got stuck there on Greek vinaigrette. Because I love, oh gosh, there's a
Damn it.
Greek restaurant in town and it just opened up a few months ago. My daughter went and she said, Mom, you got to go. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I want to go. Her birthday was yesterday. She turned 36 years old. My number 2 daughter.
Well,
Can you believe that? I got a daughter going to be 36.
boy, to be 36 again. Holy, I don't even remember that far back.
My oldest daughter is going to be 40 in January. I'm
What time just
old,
marching on.
getting so old.
Yeah, I got the big day
Nah,
coming up.
don't do
next
that.
Friday.
You know what? I don't feel old. I mean,
There you
well,
go.
maybe when I wake up, I feel a little bit old. But once that Motrin kicks in, I'm good. You know? I saw something on Facebook a while back. It says, you know, you're getting old when you hurt yourself sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. I'm
So
like,
what is that, Matt, you talking about making?
Yeah, I tell my neighbors, you know, you're getting old when you walk around talking about how fast the trees grew.
Matt, I don't know what the heck that is.
Yeah.
Bacalhau agomesa.
Some fried gnomes or something.
Right now.
Ah,
Fried gnomes with.
Oh my.
oh
They're
yeah,
good,
Matt,
but you have to have
ask
own
me a
method of making
question.
meals.
No, I have not been fishing. I can't fish right now. I won't be able to fish probably until August. I need to make sure that my wrist is totally healed before I go out there and try and swing a rod.
Have you been back for a checkup or anything yet?
Nah, that lady told me after 2 weeks ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't need to come back.
Well, all right then.
And the way I don't need to go back because it looks good, it feels good, so I don't need to go back.
I
Tell
guess
me she was cocky
you did tell me she was cocky.
because she knows she good at what she do.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I'll
when you look at my wrist, it does not look like
No,
I had surgery 2 weeks ago.
no, it does not.
No, not at all.
It's
It's even better today than it was the day that I let you see
really.
it.
Are you
Girl,
vitamin E on
it
it?
looked almost like it's almost gone.
I'm so glad. I am so glad.
Except for, you know, it's a little swollen or whatever.
Yeah.
That my little neighbor.
Make sure. Hey, look.
Don't leave me alone.
Mona, when you use that wrist, if it does get swollen, put some ice on it.
Okay.
And scotch.
But
Yeah.
I don't have no scotch.
20 minutes.
Bourbon's good.
I don't have none of that in my house.
How come?
Italian.
I can't have alcohol in my house.
Okay.
And thank
You want to
you
come over?
for that, Matt.
Huh? What'd you say?
You want to come over?
Do I want to come over?
We can eliminate it from my house.
Mona, go take pictures of his pond for me.
Look, I definitely want to do that.
I
You
want
know what
all
I'm saying?
angles. All angles.
Look, yeah. Oh, you know, because you know that's gonna be my thumbnail. Yeah. When I go to people's house and I take pictures of their backyard and stuff, that'd be my thumbnail. So if somebody steal it, I know they stole it. So they ain't been where I've been.
Right. Fried gnomes.
I can't wait to get back to my sister's house so I can take some more pictures of her pond.
Yeah.
So I can use it as a thumbnail. Because this flower that I had, this flower, it said it's a wild carrot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been going through looking at some stuff, and I was looking at some dill. How come that thing look like dill?
It's got little white flowers on it.
Huh?
Isn't it the one that's kind of got little tiny white flowers everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of does look a little bit like dill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what them photos I was looking at. So, you know, I was like, you know what?
Did you eat it?
Because I was over at MI Gardens and I did a thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm always doing something. I need to stop. I need to stop. Period.
Okay.
But I'm trying to. I got a few seeds that I don't have that I
Okay.
need. I need some sage and stuff like that.
Right.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna give me some sage.
You
That's
know,
why I was over there. I was looking for some sage, and I saw that deal, and I'm like, because he's got seeds on sale for $1.50.
oh, he won't have them for long.
He never do.
I know. It's probably already sold out.
He's usually the cheapest in
I know.
town anyway. His
Yeah.
seeds is still $2. But
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on, but mine came up to $1.50. So I went $1.50 crazy.
Nice. Nice. Look.
Like, oh, I can get this, I can get this, I can get this. Look.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Look at you.
They're not right. Look, they've got green on them. See,
Just let them sit.
Yeah.
and I think the vine borers got to them and killed the vine, so they fell off the vine.
Okay.
Now they're probably
She said those squash are precious.
they are. They really are. I just wish they were ripe. I don't know what to do with them except
Won't they ripen up on their own?
I don't
In
think so.
Italian, it
Bacala.
it's
But
called.
that's as big as they get. That's a butternut. It's called a baby butternut. And that's as big as they get. And I've got probably 10 more out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let them sit out and let them see what happens.
I am. I'm going to let them sit. But
That thing will sit almost a year. It lasts a very good 6 months.
right. I'm just not sure. I don't want to eat something that's not right. But I was thinking about
Let it sit. It'll right.
thinking about cutting this one in half and giving it to the chickens and see if they can
See if it kills them.
That's exactly what I was thinking. But my son brought these in today, and I was like, "Oh no!" And he goes, "Mom, I didn't pick them; they were on the ground." And I said, "Oh, okay." Well, God's desire said they'll ripen off the vine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? They're gonna sit right here and ripen then.
Have you ever roasted the seeds?
No, never have.
Yeah, tried it. They're good. Yeah, they're real good. So what I'll do with them right there is I'll take that, split it in half, cook them,
Yeah.
and then take them, vacuum seal them, and come wintertime, that's soup.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good soup.
Mhm.
Well, and you know what I think about them? They're the perfect size for my family because my kids will not eat this.
Right.
So all I have to do is take one, cut it in half, half for me, half for Poppy, and that's dinner. With whatever we decide to eat.
So what you're gonna do is take some, cut it in half and put some oil on it and put it in the oven, season it and put it in the oven?
Probably. That or
That's some good eating right there.
yes, it is. Scoop it out just like a sweet potato.
Yes.
Put a little cinnamon on it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm trying to think. Did I put cinnamon? I don't think I put cinnamon on there. I just put some regular seasoning on there and ate it. It didn't need no cinnamon and all that other stuff. It didn't need that.
Right.
Take
Well, mine didn't,
Star anise. Take a little star anise and just lightly dust it on that.
Yeah. I have spaghetti squash growing too.
Oh, I like spaghetti squash. Make some spaghetti and mix it to. Oh my.
Oh yeah, that's delicious.
It's so much better than pasta.
And pasta. See, I'm not a huge fan of pasta. I never have been, and don't think I ever will be. Now I do like lasagna occasionally.
I love lasagna.
But as far as spaghetti or mostaccioli or I just am not a fan.
I'm a fan. I just don't eat it anymore. I stopped eating pasta.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I had some pasta.
Good move.
Yeah.
Now you
Oh, look at there.
now take that spaghetti squash,
Yeah.
okay, and I cut it into rings rather than in half.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
cut it up into rings,
Yeah.
and then I'll oven roast them just to cook them.
Uh-huh.
Or you can actually take them and put them in boiling water, and then take them and vacuum seal them also. And
That's
you can have them whenever you want. So I portion it actually. One ring is good for me, and one ring is good for Marie. So we can get a lot out of that,
right.
you know. But what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll cook it up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just so I can pull it out, put it into a nice little ball,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll make an egg and flour, seasoned flour. Okay, dredge that in there, pack it in with the flour and stuff, and pan fry them.
Oh.
Man, I tell you what, they're good. They're really good. I might have to call Grubhub.
I was thinking pizza delivery sounds good about now.
No. I like to make
No, you don't need no pizza.
No.
Need never entered the picture.
Ooh, that sounds good, Shannon. Stuffed squash with quinoa, ground meat, mixed vegetables, herbs, egg, and topped with cheese. Holy Moses.
That is
Mm,
really good.
That
Good to try.
sounds delicious.
That sounds really good.
Oh, what? Shannon, I need to come to your house and have dinner.
The way she over there talking about, oh, that's Shannon. But see,
Yeah,
she's so far away.
I know, but she'll come back.
Can I hitchhike?
Coming back. So
Is
she
there any
coming back.
army bases near us? Y'all, I'm so upset about my son going in the Air Force. I don't know what to do.
Just pray.
I can't do nothing. I mean, he's a grown man.
Right.
He's made a decision. But when my boys were little and young and 18, 19 years old, I used to tell him, Uncle Sam will get you over my dead body.
Uh-oh.
And now here he goes.
Well, he's grown now, so you can't say that. You can't say anything.
No, I can't. And he says he's doing it, for the baby and health insurance and, all that.
There you
Good
go.
stuff for later on.
Yeah.
He's looking at the
Only
future.
thing you can
know,
do
a lot of
is
people don't
support
look
him.
at the future.
So I told him, I'm behind him 100%. It's just,
You be closer
Right
to me,
now.
Shannon.
talk about taking my heart and just pulling it out of my chest.
Yeah.
I PCS'd from North Carolina to South Korea. I'm headed to Washington State next.
Okay.
Before I moved. Yeah, you were pretty close. I mean, it was like, a day trip to North Carolina, all day trip. Being the lone spinster in the family. I take care of my friends and neighbors by cooking, baking, and keeping for the. Oh, Shannon, that's so nice. But you are not a spinster. Come on now. The lone spinster. Oh my gosh. Look, if I had my life to do all over again, now I love my husband and my children and my life. My life is good now, but boy, I kissed a lot of toads before I got to him. And it wasn't worth it. Okay. I'm just saying it was not worth it. And if I could live my whole life over again, I wouldn't have got married till I was 40. I might have had a kid or two if no, I wouldn't have had two.
That's about the way I feel about it. And by the time I'm 40, hopefully I'm smart enough to
Right.
not do it.
I'm telling you what, I have been a parent at 20 and I've been a parent at 40. And in my humble, honest, personal opinion, I am a much better parent in having some age and wisdom on me than I ever was for my older kids.
And being tired helps.
Well, it does to some degree.
Being what?
But I'll being tired.
Oh.
But you just learned that you can't screw a 30-year-old head on a 5-year-old body, and that kids are going to be kids, and they can't be anything else but kids until they're not. And and I learned too that my job is not to create little robots. It's to create humans that can go out in the world and take care of themselves and be productive citizens.
And make good decisions.
And make good decisions. Right.
Like joining the Air Force.
No. Hush your mouth. I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you know what? Joining the service today versus back when me and Grumpus were playing with the draft.
Right.
Back then. Okay. I mean, today, there are boots on the ground, but in my opinion, most stuff is done in the air. You know what I mean? And then more of it's like a policing and stuff like that. So, I think it's a good choice for him because just the way jobs are today, I watched the guy today talking about, the health insurance and stuff. Not every company offers health insurance.
Nope, they do not.
Never heard of it.
Okay. So, and the problem is they're blowing smoke again about the health, the health care and all that stuff like that. All right. Most people, to qualify for health insurance, you got to work 40 hours. That's a thing of the past. Okay. You're lucky to get 32 hours in today's, the way things work. So I think, as far as health care, and I think as far as helping his family and stuff, Charlotte, you notice with Poppy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to be in danger. Really.
No, I don't. I think the odds are with him.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, he wants to go to school and wants to better himself. I think it's a good choice.
Well, and that's the thing, he's so smart. He's always been very smart, but he has really bad ADHD, and he's just now at 33 years old.
What's the limit?
I don't know. I'm surprised.
34, I thought.
34?
Well, he'll be 34 in November.
But he need to hurry up.
Yeah.
He's going in because I think it's 34. If I recall.
But he's just now at this age started making good decisions and being responsible, and he's just was a very, very late bloomer when it comes to adulting. And he's basically starting life now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he could go in and learn a trade or get some let us pay for his education a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And come out on the better than he went in. Why not?
Well, and that's his goal. That's his goal.
And like we said earlier, just the perks, the insurance and healthcare and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
That follows him the rest of his life.
Worth a lot of money.
Yep.
That insurance is worth a
as long as old boy don't take it away.
Right? No kidding.
And the thing of it is to go to school and stuff like that. Hell, you can't get a better way in,
right?
Through the services.
On the job training, right there.
OJT.
Yeah, it is. So they're gonna train you a lot of stuff. You're not just going in for that one thing. You get trained for a lot of stuff.
Right.
I had a friend of mine. His son was in the Air Force. Matter of fact, I haven't talked to him in a while. But when he first went in, the guy was a little upset about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think regular college and this and that to go into that stuff and this and that. Well, obviously the kid played a lot of video games. Okay, and come to find out, he was doing a lot of stuff with drones. Okay, you know what I mean? So him playing the video games actually paid off. And I haven't talked to him in a while, but there you go. That's in this crazy world.
Steven is very interested in like avionics and working on airplanes and stuff like that. So I guess the Air Force is a good place for him.
Yeah.
And there's airports all over the United States, so he'd always have work.
Well, I told him, I said, while you're in the service and you want to work on airplanes, the best thing you can do is take some initiative and go get your AMP license, which is a airframe and power plants license. You have to have that to work on any civilian aircraft.
Yeah.
I know a whole bunch about that.
I was thinking about coming out of retirement and go and becoming what do they call them guys? Air traffic controller.
Yeah, that's a cush job right there.
You don't need that job, Tom.
Can you imagine with my attitude with things?
Second day of work, you'll be
I
struggling.
said, climb to 30, you rat bastard.
Yeah. Don't make me come up there.
Look, my mother-in-law's sister was an air traffic controller her whole career. And she's, all right, I'm going to say this. Y'all close your ears
Uh-oh.
if you get offended. She's batshit crazy. I'm
Yeah.
not even playing with you, that woman. But then again, it kind of runs in the family.
I love it.
Well, I had a neighbor that was fresh out of the training up in
Mhm.
Oklahoma, came down to Houston to be air traffic controller.
No kidding.
I went in to work with him one night to meet one of his buddies. I
Mhm.
was going to buy his car, and he was showing me around, and he says in the 8-hour shift, if you work 2 hours, it's a heavy night.
No kidding.
Oh gosh, they had a big room with no windows, and
Oh,
you know,
no.
terminals everywhere, and they had a break room with cots, ping pong tables, billiard tables.
See, right up my alley.
Good
All I
day.
need is the stove. 8:52, looking for a landing. Wait a minute, I'm cooking.
He
me
said he
take
didn't know where all this stress these people talk about come from because he hadn't seen any the whole time he'd been there.
Well, it may be the best kept secret in the whole country.
Well, yeah, because he told me when I was I think I was 37. He said the cutoff point was 35.
Oh. Well,
Because this snot kid started out. I mean, we're talking 30 some years ago.
yeah.
He started out at 72,000 a year,
Oh my goodness.
and he was only 24.
That's
Yeah.
just about obscene.
Well, I thought it was.
Then
We-
again, only those of us who weren't making that back then thought it was obscene.
Well, yeah, that's true. It looks pretty attractive right now.
Yeah, it does.
4 years ago, we flew. Well, what am I saying? 6 years ago, we flew into the airport here in Las Vegas, and I had a couple schnoops from
Uh-oh.
from Florida to here, and as we getting off the plane, I was feeling pretty good.
Mhm.
And as you get off the plane, and all of a sudden you walk out and into the airport,
Mhm.
there was nothing but slot machines all around.
Oh my gosh, really?
They
I
want
said-
your money.
I said, "Woo, we landed right here in Mandalay Bay."
There
Don't
you
Marie.
go.
I don't have to go too much further.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
From because we went to Vegas for my daughter's wedding,
Mhm.
and I just don't remember that. But of course, during the Ebola outbreak, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
One of my biggest slot hits was at the airport there in Las Vegas.
We're hurting out here right now.
How come?
People are not coming.
Oh,
A lot of people from Canada and stuff used to come out, here. They're not coming no more. And just the prices. They're pricing themselves out of business.
That's
Well,
what
you
they're
can-
doing.
That's what they're doing.
pay anymore.
They are, I just, there's another YouTuber out here I became pretty friendly with. And he says, "Tom, you're not going to believe this one." He says, I got the camera set up. I'm eating a nice steak. Okay.
Mhm.
He said, and get all done, had a couple drinks.
Mhm.
And he got his bill, okay, and looking at what it cost for the steak, okay, what it was for the drinks, and then now you got all the add-ons that they put on. He said, "You're not going to believe this." He said, "But there's $25 charge for the utensils."
Oh, come on. Come
Oh,
on.
he's supposed to eat with his hands?
20. I mean, that's what they're doing. They are
That's
actually
insane.
they're killing themselves. So I had another friend of mine from East Coast said he's coming out. I think end of August, beginning of September. And where should he go? What should he do?
Right.
I said, first of all, I would stay away from downtown, the strip.
Yeah.
I says, but because there's a whole crap load of casinos where I live out in Anderson.
Yeah.
I said, much better deals. Plus, you can stay at one of them hotels. There's hardly any of them extra fees and stuff.
Right.
All right. And all the local restaurants that are around me, okay, I said, you can't go wrong. It'd be much cheaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's crazy.
They're expecting everybody to pay for those F1 races.
Well, see, it was supposed to be the other way around. And that's, they're hurting themselves. They just broke ground the other day for the Oakland Athletics to come out now.
No kidding.
So it's going to be the Las Vegas Athletics out here.
That don't
Las
even
Vegas A's. So they took that one. I can't remember the name of the casino. That the casino and hotel has been around for 100 years, and they took that down, and that's where it's going to be, right on the strip. So now you got a Legion Stadium on 15, right across from there, and now you got this thing here, and now I think they just signed another 2-year contract with F1.
How are they going to handle the traffic?
Grumpus, because they run them at night. The races at night.
Yeah.
Okay? But in the same token, once the race comes, you ain't allowed downtown. You're not allowed to go downtown.
Well, even just the stadium emptying.
Yeah.
I mean,
you ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. It is ridiculous. Yeah. Yep, $25. She would use the knitting needles. So now you got to bring your own. I guess bring your own stuff. I don't go downtown on the strip anywhere to eat. The only place I do go is a place called Bootleggers, and that's quite a ways. It's on Las Vegas Boulevard, but it's quite a ways away from all that madness that are down there. I mean, there's people that go into what's that one chef that yells and screams at everybody?
Ramsey's, Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen. I tell you what, I like to work one night with him. I would love for him to yell at me one time.
You know what?
I'd punch him so hard his mother would feel it back in London.
I think that's awful, Joe. I don't think he really does that.
But I mean,
Wrong.
them places like that are crazy. The only one out here that's a famous chef out there is that Puck. Okay, Wolfgang. He runs a great place. He really does a nice job. But it's all one place is $400 for a steak.
Wow, that's insane.
Nah, $400. I'm going to ride that cow home.
Yeah,
baby, look here. Hey, Velma.
How you doing, dear? Thank you for coming in tonight.
But,
it's not an L, Vima. I'm sorry. Look, I'm seeing double over here.
I don't know if it's Vima or Vima. Vima, can you help us out? Because I don't want to say it wrong.
I got to get me some needles.
Look here.
We're at a place here.
I'm not crow stand if that's what you think I'm doing.
Okay.
She's diamond painting. What you working on, Mona?
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Earrings?
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Beautiful. I'm working on a peacock butt.
Oh.
I was too, but didn't fan out too much.
It's the tail feathers.
Shake your tail feather.
Okay. Awesome.
This is
It's Vima.
It's in the other room. I want to finish these tail feathers and put him together so I can send him to Forrest. That's a guy in Jackie's chat that comes and I don't know if he crochets or if he just watches us and laughs at us. But but he's really a funny gentleman. And we were discussing a peacock one night. And it was a pattern for a peacock. And I said something about the peacock looked like it was special needs peacock.
Oh,
And because it had this deer in the headlights look on its face, you know, and he got the biggest kick out of that. And the whole conversation just went south, you know, it went left field. So it was really a funny evening. And so I told him I'd make that stinking peacock for him.
okay.
And he was tickled to death. And I posted a picture of his head on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
And he left a comment for me saying he's going to love that peacock.
Oh.
I thought it was nice. But I want to get it done for him and get it shipped out of here. I got to send your turtle to you, and I got to wait till I get paid, y'all.
I mean, I can
Granny's on budget.
I can send you for mine.
You don't have to do that.
I want my stuff.
Unless you want it right this minute.
How about that?
I want my stuff.
How about that?
Dang it. Okay. Okay. I will, Jane.
How big is it? I know I got a big box, right?
It's big. I mean, it's remember that thing I showed you?
Go.
The bag of yarn? Yes, you do. Okay. Well, I guess you'll just be surprised then. Plus, I added.
It's been so long.
It has. It's Vima. Okay. Thank you, Vima. I appreciate that. Added 2 balls of that. Remember the burgundy red bricky yarn you wanted to make the hat out of, the real warm hat, the blanket yarn.
Yeah.
I added 2 balls of that to it. So you good? Look at her. She's like,
This is somebody just posted this on Facebook. That's our bar.
oh, okay.
No
Okay.
kidding.
Yeah, with the rock and roll sign up on there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that you?
That's my nephew.
Okay.
We
Was
have
that
a site on YouTube. It's called Emmett's Inn was the name of the place before we changed it. Before we sold it a couple times, but that down in New Jersey, it was on Seaside Heights.
Yeah.
There was a ride down there that was I can't think of the name of it, but you would ride on this thing and would go frontwards, backwards, and that sign on there was rock and roll because they played a lot of music and it would twist back and forth.
Okay.
So one night, I guess we would close at 2:00. Bands are packing up, and and these two knuckleheads come banging in the door. Hey, can I come in? I said, it's closing. You can't come in. It's done. You're over. I got something for you guys. What do you got? Okay, and they walked this sign in. I don't know how they got it, if they paid for it or whatever, but
That's funny.
just put that over there.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing. Yeah,
Charlotte, I meant to ask you earlier, that background, is that your dad's place?
No, but it kind of looks like that, don't it?
Yeah, I thought it kind of did.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is a photo that I just found on the Apple
Oh,
thing.
okay.
thing. But I thought it was pretty, so
Yeah.
and it reminded me of Dad's place, and that's why I put it behind me. Maybe I should do that because I got some photos of Dad's place, and I can just upload them and use those, can't I? Because maybe one day.
You said you uploaded your dad's place and put it in your background?
No, but I could. I might do that next week.
Oh, I need you to show me how to do that.
Okay. Do you have a Mac computer?
You know I ain't got no Mac.
Well, then Grumpus can tell you how to do it on a other kind.
I thought you were going to say the cheaper kind.
No, the other kind. None of them are cheap now.
Charlotte then stepped up to the plate there with
I
Matt.
didn't do it. My son did it. I didn't
Mo-
have nothing to do with it.
That's
Mona,
funny.
you can set that up in StreamYard
Yeah.
from where you're at.
No, my son sent me this Mac computer for Mother's Day.
I just got a strange message from StreamYard.
What's it say?
See, Mona, this is built into StreamYard here. You could do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in there where you set your cameras up in the
Okay.
settings.
In what?
In settings.
Settings. You can go in there and change.
Oh, what?
See,
There you
it's-
go.
I ain't got to pay for it.
No charge.
Look at here. There's one. Is it on? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gulf Coast Granny. And I uploaded that from Canva. Hey, Dari. How you doing tonight?
Mona, see where it says virtual background?
Hold on. I got one for you.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you got it.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Thank you, Jane.
Look at you. Look at you.
See there. See there.
You thought it couldn't be done.
And you know what? If you
I
had
gotta
something
go
green
in.
behind you, you wouldn't have the outline. Isn't that right, Grumpus?
What's that?
If she had a green behind her, it wouldn't have the outline.
Yeah. Green screens definitely gives you a
I
clean
gave it
look.
away.
What you mean you gave it away? Your green
I had a
screen?
green screen. I gave it away.
Green
Well,
screen to take all that glow around the edges. Take that away.
Oh.
You could paint your wall green or your doors to your laundry.
See, Tom's got it.
Yeah.
I was gonna paint it rainbows.
Ooh. Ooh, that would be pretty.
Oh.
I like it. I like it.
I gotta figure out how to get some pictures on here.
It's just something fun to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oops, can't put that one up there.
That's
Oh,
what
go
I wanna
ahead.
see.
Oh, go ahead.
We got to see that one.
Nope. That's my godson.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that.
No, I don't.
I don't like this white behind me. Washes me out.
Oh. Okay.
That's
I
better.
learn something new every day.
Matches my hair. No, I don't like that one.
Oh.
That's a little better.
But I like being different.
Yeah.
So that means I got to download.
You can download whatever picture you want to.
I got to learn how to download from my phone to my laptop, my
Mhm.
pictures.
Do you have
Google Cloud.
no Google Drive?
Oh, yeah, Google Drive. Yeah.
Go to Google Drive and you can do it. If you can plug your phone into the computer, you can just transfer it to Google Drive.
Hush
See,
your
this
mouth.
is this
Hey,
is what,
FSU girl.
Charlotte. You met Dash one night, right?
Yes.
Dash, big black guy joined us.
Yes.
See, this is his house.
Oh, is that the one that you went to his house? And
Yeah.
you took the video, or was it a video? You did a video from his house.
No, I just robbed the clip from one of his videos.
That's right. That's
See?
right. That is so funny.
And see,
Hey, Dory.
see, he hates Dukes. So I put
You
Dukes on
put
the
the
shelf,
Dukes up there on the shelf.
and every time he looked at it real close, it went away.
Hey, FSU.
See,
What's up?
that's our place right there, Grumpus.
850.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's right. That's our place.
Ooh,
It's all gone now. They took it down.
That's a pretty good sized place.
Oh, it
They-
was huge. It was huge. Yeah, that was.
you mean they tore it down?
Yeah, what happened was once when I left, he kept it a couple more years.
Yeah.
Up until he passed. My sister-in-law ran it for a while,
Mhm.
and then the town bought it.
Oh.
So what they're doing, it sits on 10 acres of ground.
Oh.
So what they're gonna do with it is they took it down, has a waterway through it, the whole bit,
Mhm.
and they're gonna make it a park, and they're gonna call it Garvey Park.
Ain't that slick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, Tom.
They
That's
said you're
very
gonna come to the ribbon cutting. I said no, I haven't been back there in 25 years.
saying, don't start now. I didn't leave nothing there. I don't have no reason to go.
Yep.
Mm.
I feel about Florida.
Kind of
There's
feel
some
that way about Indiana.
life, but I won't go back to Jacksonville ever.
Oh shit.
Oops.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go to the potty. I'll be back.
I was telling Marie the other day. I said, you know what? We talk more baby talk, like we're talking to the kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I told her the other day. So I'll be right back going to the potty. She went, what?
The heck? Where'd that come from?
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you? Unbelievable. Too funny. Trying to find.
Creature of habits.
Yeah. And you don't realize you're saying that kind of stuff either. So
Right. It just comes natural because that's what you're used to doing.
Yep.
And done it for so many years.
I mean, it's like crazy. And just to look at the kids, my grandsons now, all right, when they were both babies. I mean, a little guy would come walking past me, all right, and he'd say, Pop, you got Wi-Fi? I said, you can't even spell it. What are you talking about? I have Wi-Fi. and now he's making music on YouTube. I mean, it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what I got here. Documents.
So they like that stuff.
I was boiling something. I forget what I was boiling.
16 years
boiling
making money
on the stove the other night, right? And I dropped something in there. Whatever I was cooking, I dropped it in there. And I went to pull it back out because I changed my mind. And it slipped out of the tongs. And the water come back and bounced onto my shirt, right? Burnt the stink out of me.
Mm-mm.
And I didn't think nothing about it. Because, I'm like, oh, gosh, that was hot, And I said a few choice words. And so a couple days later, I was in the shower. And I looked down because I'm, scrubbing everything. And I looked down. I'm like, what the devil is that? I've got a circle that big, perfectly round circle of burnt skin
on
my abdomen.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, it didn't hurt that bad.
Yeah. Well, that's the bar part of it.
I like that.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Check it out.
Yeah. That's really nice.
Like an honest to God working bar.
I know.
Oh, it was. I mean, we were packed constantly. And usually we would serve dinner up until 11 o'clock. The bar was open until 2. So what I would do is I would take all the stuff that we didn't sell, okay, like baked potatoes. I'd break them in half, scoop out the stuff, deep fry the skins.
Yeah.
Okay, and make potatoes. We used to make for a kids menu, we'd have the big flour tortillas. Okay. And we'd make them little cheeseburgers with these, and we cut them in circles. So I would have a big thing. I'd sold bar pies, made pizza, and the rest of it, $2, $1.50, whatever it was. We had a lot of, we did good.
It sounds like it. Well, my goodness, you were in business for how many decades?
Oh, a long time, real long time. I did leave. I had a couple of other offers, and I went down to the Jersey Shore, and I worked right on the beach. And this was really high end. That place that I just showed you, sold it 3 times.
Oh wow!
3 times got it back. So we did fine dining in the beginning, and that's what we had in the beginning, fine the tablecloths and everything else like that.
Right.
Then we sold it. The guy had it for 1 year, paid us for 1 year, and then walked away.
Oh my gosh.
So we went back in again with like a limited type of menu,
Oh.
and then we sold it again to a guy who turned it into a cowboy bar. In other words, country western,
Yeah.
line dancing, stuff like that. Did
Yeah.
all this changing around to it,
Hmm.
and we got it back again. And that's when we decided just to make it, Garvey's Pub. We
Right.
had a little issue with that, and then we just called it Garvey's Family Restaurant. But I left there and I went down to the Jersey Shore, actually a town called Seagirt, right on the water. And it was downstairs, had like a little pub, and then upstairs was fine dining. And it was panoramic. Okay, and the street and the beach right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you go up, but the claim to fame for that place was called the Yankee Clipper, and the claim to fame for that joint was Sunday brunch.
Mm-hmm.
So they would bring a jazz piano and a bass player, okay, and they would come in and they play all this jazz stuff, and in that whole place we had it circled around, and we did the brunch stuff, omelets.
French.
Had all the and back then it was $23.95 for a Sunday per person. Yeah.
That's a lot for back then.
Yeah. And then we get done with that, break it down, and set up for dinner. So it was quite the experience that I had.
That's fancy living room you got over there, Mona.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
It is.
Moving on up.
Maybe I need to go over there and play a few tunes.
I was gonna say, can you tickle the ivories a little bit for us?
Just a little bit.
Hello, Dolly.
And that brown sofa behind you, or gold, whatever color that looks real comfortable.
I bet it is nice and
Yes.
suede and soft.
Overstuffed. Yeah, that looks nice.
Unbelievable.
I'm in the market for a new sofa. So
Oh yeah.
y'all see any good deals? Shout me out, because I really need a sofa.
You need to find one like mine.
What kind do you have?
I have a sectional.
Oh, okay. I don't
It's
know.
so big, 2 people can lay on it side by side.
Oh, wow.
When you actually sit back, your feet come up off the floor.
Ooh.
That sounds like a class.
Every time somebody come over my house, it don't matter who it is, anybody that comes to my house and sits on my couch,
Yeah.
they fall asleep.
Oh my.
This
Like, what is going on? I always fall asleep,
Bored
Gerald.
people to death. Is that
That's
your
my-
place in North Carolina?
that's my little place in North Carolina.
That is adorable. I need a place like that. Right
Okay.
there.
It's called a shotgun shack.
Yeah, I
Open
like
the front door and shoot out right out and hit the back door.
Actually, my house don't look too different from that. It's
It looked like it's got a nice backyard.
yeah, it does. How many
7
acres was that?
17.
Woo!
17
How'd you like to
acres.
mow that, Mona?
See,
Now by hand, look, I'm a ride, baby. I'm riding that.
Jen said her feet's off the floor with anything she sits on. She must be short like me.
Too funny.
Oh wow.
Goodness. I have a hard time sitting in this chair. My toes are hitting the ground. Just my toes. Of course, my inseam's only about 26.
Mm.
It's so embarrassing. Look at that, y'all. I got that
Sure,
white
sure.
spot in my head. Do you see it?
Yeah. You just now noticing it?
It's getting bigger.
It's been there.
Has it been that big?
I don't know about it being that big,
Like
but
a
it's been
stinking
there.
Skunk.
It's
Well, but
okay. It's cute.
That's my back deck that me and Marie built that.
Oh
down.
man, that's
Oh.
choice.
Okay.
Beautiful. That's nice.
You
I
can
had
do
that.
some videos back there.
Oh yeah. I wish I had it back then. That was the fireplace back there.
Yeah.
Is that a
Okay.
cast iron stove?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
We
wow.
just- I cook on that. And
that's
this is the gas grill But I lugged that thing around from New Jersey back and forth. Just look at the view back there.
Let's see,
Yeah, I
nice.
am.
I mean, the cows, the whole bit. Oh, boy, I tell you. What are you going to do?
I slept for an hour. For like an hour. Took a shower.
So y'all two is the same height, right?
Who?
You
No, I'm
and-
an inch shorter than she is.
You shorter than 5'2"?
Yes.
Oh, you a midget.
Yeah. Like little 12-year-olds come out, I'm taller than you are. And I'm like, don't take much.
Yeah, get away from me, you bastard. I'll
Turn 10.
poke your eyes
Just
out.
because you taller don't mean nothing.
That's right. So you're not sleep. Hang on a second, guys.
Well,
Ugh. My mom, she was 5 foot. My dad, he's 6'7". Used to always call her a midget.
I'm 6 foot. Marie's 4'10". I think Marie's might be like 4'11", close to 5 foot.
Yeah.
Wow, she's a midget too.
Mm-hmm.
In the 9th grade, I was 4'11".
That's what Marie is right now, 4'11", and
So between 9th grade at 14 or 15 until I graduated high school, I grew to be a little bit over 5 feet tall. Not an inch.
Y'all make me happy.
And then I got to be about 21 and I was 5'1".
I grew the other way.
I know, right, Jim? Well, I can say I'm taller than my grandbabies
Right now.
for now, for a minute.
I told Maria, I said, I got to get you a stool so you can get stuff out of the closet. She said, I'm afraid I might get a nosebleed.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to find me another background.
I've been using my son a lot to reach the top shelf of the cabinets. But
Yeah.
see, I don't usually put stuff on the top shelf. I just use the 2 shelves I can reach.
Right.
But he puts dishes away and he'll stick them all the way up there. And I'm like, why would you do that? You know I can't reach it.
Because he don't want you to get it.
I goofed her up because I took everything out of one closet with all the spices and stuff.
Well-
While I'm getting rid of some old spices and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
So I put them all back together again. And all the stuff she uses, I put up top. Not realizing. And I could hear her. Hey, what do you think I'm? Andre the Giant? I have to wait about it for tomorrow.
Well, not everybody knows who that is, do they? Andre the Giant, I mean.
No, but yeah, that's
Yeah, I know who that dude.
He was something else.
he could drink, boy. Whew.
I don't know about that, but wasn't he the wrestler?
Yeah.
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 Yep. Yep. He was great, big old.
Big old
He was a
dude.
giant.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was a giant. Yeah.
Oh,
Grumpus, do you watch football? Are you into football?
this cookie just crumbled.
I haven't watched football since they started taking a knee.
Mm.
Oh wow.
I wrote it off at that point. Had too many millionaires misbehaving in one place.
Yeah.
Good point.
Okay.
I you know what? I backed away from it a little bit too. I mean, the Raiders Stadium where they train is
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 miles from my house.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The stadium, Legion Stadium, is probably maybe 6 miles.
Mhm.
Okay. You can't get tickets to go there. I
Right.
was going to take my youngest grandson. He loves football. I was going to take him watch a game and stuff. Okay, until it's $235 per
Nah.
ticket. I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not
Nope.
going.
Oh, Jim wants to know how we get the background.
He
Virtual
wants to walk me
background
through
in
it.
StreamYard when you go in the settings.
Jen, are you using StreamYard? Or are you using Restream? Or which one are you using?
If she
Even
pops
more-
up, we'll help her.
I know,
Right.
right? She's
She
too
said she
sick.
didn't want to come up because she was coughing too much.
He was in that movie, and I love that movie. I love The Princess Bride.
Man, I should have made something sweet. I want something sweet.
Look, I'm sitting here munching on ginger snaps.
That sounds so good right now.
Poppy brought them to me from the store. They're not as good as mine, but they'll do.
I know I can eat sweet though.
Uh-huh. Oh, that coffee table's nice too.
Yeah, Jen, just go into your settings, and when it says virtual background, you can back into it that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard. It's all built in.
Yeah. And Jen, you'll have to like go in StreamYard. Don't hit go live or anything, but play around with all the things, all the buttons. You'll get to know them. It's super simple to learn. And they're pretty self-explanatory. I mean, if you click on the little settings button, it'll tell you everything. You got general camera. You can operate your camera, tell it which one you want it to use, front camera, back camera,
Microphone, all that stuff.
microphone. Then it says virtual background. Then you can record a video. If you pay for StreamYard, you can record. They got hotkeys. I'm not sure what those are for.
I was wondering what they were.
I'm pretty sure you can play any MP4
Okay.
file, I believe. So I mean, you could take your own videos and put them up behind you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then too, you can
Yeah, I have to put them on my
I mean,
laptop.
I'm streaming. I'm
laptop.
streaming just a YouTube channel now behind
Mhm.
mine. Let me get this off of full screen.
I
Well,
haven't
it's just-
seen any ads on that one.
No, this one here's done pretty good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I just throw this on there and then just put it behind me, blow it up full screen.
See, sometimes Compass will have this really cool image behind him, and it's so peaceful. And all of a sudden, some great big man with barbecue
Look
Ah!
at this one, Charlotte.
behind him. I'm like, whoa, what is that?
Look at this one, Charlotte.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's me diamond painting, ain't it?
no,
Oh,
that's
and Jackie too. I saw Jackie's hand in there.
that's Jackie.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's not
she
fish.
should have gotten maybe 350 hours from me.
You got a lot. I'm so happy for her because she's been wanting to do that for a while.
I've been running Marie's and she's been running mine for the
Mm.
Sunday dinner shift back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't seem to be adding up for some odd reason on mine anyway.
Y'all,
This one here.
this. But I've gotten 46 subscribers this month.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's good.
It is good.
It-
I mean, it's better than my normal, 3 a week.
Mine's
Yeah.
been pretty stagnant for the last year or two.
The other night I seen you had 230 some views.
I know, right?
That's great.
That was last week.
The things that you don't think is going to work,
Mm-hmm.
it works.
It works.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I did Wednesday. I put one up because I'm doing this thing for Out of Air, and I did it on the podcast, and I did 3 parts of it. okay?
Right.
What
Uh-huh.
I buy and how I use the bags, put them, then I freeze stuff, and then I cooked. I made broccoli and garlic, lemon, and white wine.
Ooh.
And what I did was I put it in the vacuum sealer,
Mhm.
and then you just take the bag and put it into water.
Yeah.
And I had a pork loin that I cut in half, vacuum sealed that it was cooked. And then I took that out, put that in a bag, in a pot of water, took it out, steam and slice it up, and that was
Right.
it. So now this next Monday is the last one.
Uh-huh.
So, but putting it on the podcast, so you get so many views. I think on the first one or something like that, I got close to 100 on regular YouTube. But on the podcast, I got 1,300. Okay, so people are listening.
Oh.
People take their phone, put their headsets on, and they're exercising or whatever they're doing, they'll watch it. So yeah, the podcast has been working out pretty good. Like now
Good.
tomorrow, now I've been doing the appetizers, so now I've been pushing that,
Uh-huh.
and then the other channel, that fire cook eat repeat.
Uh-huh.
I got to do one now. This probably going to start it tomorrow, and what I'm doing is I'm writing a cookbook. But what I'm doing is on this fire cook eat repeat. What I'm doing is I'm making recipes, but no name. So if you watch it, you name it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do 12 of them, and one a month. And then when I pick something, your name will be in there, your channel, whatever, will be in the cookbook. So, I'm trying to work it and everything, but I'm getting old. I'm getting tired. I really am.
I understand.
So.
There, Jane Doe has dropped the link for anybody who's interested in checking that out on Tom's other channel, Fire Cook Eat Repeat.
Yeah.
So click on that, subscribe, and get your name in a cookbook.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Look like remember the guy James Beard, right? He became famous, right?
Who?
I'll be Tom Bald.
Ah! Ah! Good grief. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end it tonight. I've been on here for 3 hours and 11 minutes, and I'm trying to conserve
your hours.
My hours on StreamYard because I ain't paying these folks $45 a month. Oh, Lori, hi, how are you? I'm about to end it tonight. But thank you all so much for coming up. I enjoyed it as always. Mona, good to have you. Grumpus, Tom, and all of you in the chat.
Thanks for having me.
You're
Mona,
welcome.
can we hear some music?
Thanks, Charlotte. Appreciate
I don't
you.
have any music.
No, she can play a little bit on the
I'm
piano.
going to go back there and play something.
Piano.
Good night, guys.
Takes patience to be in the garden.
There you go. Good night.
Good night. We'll see everybody.